The 2023 Easterseals Telethon is made possible by our presenting sponsor, Lone Star National Bank, and the first hour is sponsored by HEB. Easterseals invites you to learn how programs and services are making a difference in the lives of children and their families in our community. The mission at Easterseals is to provide children early access to quality services so they can have a good start in life. Easterseals, it starts here.
Welcome to the 45th Annual Easterseals Telethon. I am Irma Chapa with Lone Star National Bank, hosting today with Julian Alvarez, and we are so excited to share information about programs at Easterseals and to raise funds to continue services that meet the needs of our growing community.
Thank you, Irma. This year we are focusing on programs and services for young children and the importance of accessing services early to help children to grow, learn, and succeed. Early is the best, and it all starts here at Easterseals.
Are you ready to get things underway?
I'm ready, Irma.
Let's go. Hi, is everyone ready for today? That is fantastic. So I just wanted to introduce, of course, Cowboy Cash, who's here, but we are also here, Rio Grande Valley, with some great people from the community. Miss Laura Warren, you are the chairperson for Easterseals, and Mr. Kittleman, it has been years since I have seen you. It's so wonderful to see you again. And Miss Rosalind, thank you so for everything that you do in our community to lead as a director for Easterseals. Tell us a little bit about why you wanted to be a part of this organization.
I was raised by an aunt who contracted polio at the age of 7.
Oh my goodness.
So firsthand, I realized that people with disabilities are disabled because sometimes they don't have the tools to thrive or the world has not adapted to them. It inspired me, and when I got invited to be a part of this, I immediately said yes. I follow the steps of many great community leaders, so I had very large shoes to fill in. I learned a lot about the Family Resource Center and about the amazing network that, through the leadership of Patty and her wonderful staff, do to be able to provide children at the early stage all the tools they need to thrive. So if they don't have it within Easterseals, they make sure they have it outside. It's also very important for you to support. When they apply for grants, they take into account the community support they receive. So please call, please support, make this thing happen and change lives.
Absolutely. You know, I got to meet you a couple of months ago. It was the first time that I had ever met you, and I feel that you're so very giving and you share things about yourself, and most people aren't as open as you are. If there was one thing you could say to the community about being active, doing things, charitable causes, what would you say to them? Because you really do a lot in our community, ma'am.
It's not about us. When a greater being, in my case God, gives you an opportunity of success, that means they're expected for you to do something. When you're gone, I always think about this. What will your song say about you? What will the lives you touch say about you? And that keeps me going. So
Absolutely. That is so true. Thank you so much. You're so inspiring, and you always get me. Every time she speaks, she gets me, and she talks about sons, and I have 2 boys, so you're wonderful. Mr. Kittleman, every year, you have been here to support this cause. You allow Channel 5 to go out into the community and really showcase and support this. Why?
Well, we have a long tradition, evidently 45 years. It's almost as old as you and I. But we're very happy to do it again this year, and it really is a tribute to the leadership of Easterseals that they have continued to put this on, right?
Yes.
Through all of COVID,
Yeah.
through all of the challenges, and there aren't very many groups such as Easterseals here in the Rio Grande Valley that are able to continue this tradition. And I think the community should know that your money is going to a very good cause. You can tell by the organization they have, the community partnerships that they have, the support that they have from HEB and others. They really do it right. So I would encourage everyone to give as you're able. Any amount would help. And we'd like KRGV to kick it off with a $1,000 donation.
Oh, that's
good luck to you,
wonderful.
and
Thank you.
Best wishes on another great telethon.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. And speaking of donations and wonderful donations, Julian is with us with more.
Thank you, Irma. We have our first guest, or I should say our first, one of our first presentations today. I'm here with Audrey Trevino Guerra, who's one of our sponsors today. And tell us a little bit about why you're involved with the Easterseals.
Thank you, Julian. So I am here with HEB, and we are proud, long-standing partners of Easterseals. For many years, we have partnered together to ensure that we keep our services going for our families and for our parents here in the Rio Grande Valley. So just know that your donations here today will be staying here in the Rio Grande Valley. But to kick things off, Julian, we've got a special surprise. So I'm going to call a few of my guests. We've got Camila, and we've got Liam and Judy, and we're going to be announcing our first donation of the day. So if you want to flip on over that check, how much do we got, guys?
Oh my God.
$32,200.
Wow, that deserves an applause from everyone. Congratulations from our friends at HEB. Audrey, so it's not just a one-time thing. You guys are continuing to donate throughout the year, right? Am I correct?
Of course, there's many different programs, events that we are part of with Easterseals. We completely follow their strategy into what it is to continue to support our children of the Rio Grande Valley.
Well, great. Let's come over here a little bit closer because I want the camera to see this great big check. Not too close, not too big, but how exciting. And so I know it takes place all year. All year we're raising money. We're so excited HEB continues to play a role in this. I mean, and being our first big sponsor, or I should say donation of $32,000, pledge of $32,200, and it's your first one for the day?
This is the first big check for today. Let's go ahead and also thank everyone for being here. But just to know how spread this goes aware, we have also our partners and their families that receive services. So not only if it's for our partners, our customers, their children, this completely spreads all around. And you're making a difference all across the Rio Grande Valley.
Well, Audrey, thank you very much. We see future employees here. So Irma, $32,000 is our first pledge. Back to you.
Wow, I don't know how I can top that, but I'm absolutely going to try because I am surrounded by beauty. I have representatives here who are used to going on TV, doing interviews, and doing all kinds of fun things to support every single community in the Rio Grande Valley. And Debbie, it's wonderful to see you here. Everything you do in the community to inspire and mentor young role models, it's just, to me, I think you are truly a blessing for us. You're a jewel in the Rio Grande Valley. And speaking of jewels, I told you guys, take a look at the ladies who are here waiting to answer phones that are not ringing, I will mention. And they're here to take your pledges today. Where are you from? What is your name and your title?
Hi, my name is Miranda Hasso. I am from Edinburgh, Texas, and I am proudly representing the Rio Grande Valley.
So are you related to the Hasso family with the restaurants? And oh my goodness, that is awesome. I love to eat there. It's just so delicious. It is very good. You're beautiful. Thank you. And what is your name, ma'am?
Hello, my name is Abigail Margot. I'm from McAllen, Texas, and I'm proudly representing South Texas.
With the most gorgeous eyes ever in my life that I have seen, Miss Debbie.
Hi, I'm Debbie with Debbie Lou Productions.
And you are here today, as you are every year, and we are so grateful to you, my dear. What is your name, Princess?
Hi, my name is Alessa Balan Luna. I am from Westlaco, Texas, and I am proudly representing Rio Grande Valley.
Do you know that you are probably the most beautiful, precious thing I have ever met from Westlaco, Texas?
Not really. But... Hi, my name is Alessa Balan Luna, Miss Rio Grande Valley Princess. Today, I am on a mission to raise funds to provide exceptional services that offer hope, help, and independence to people living with disabilities. Would you be so generous to donate money for the Easterseals Telethon?
I don't know how that you would say no to that. I don't know how any of you are not reaching for your phones right now. Thank you, darling. And your name?
My name is Kendra Montalvo. I am from McAllen, Texas, and I am representing the Rio Grande Valley.
And Kendra, I understand that you single-handedly went out and started raising funds for Easterseals. Tell me a little bit about that.
So I raised around $3,000. I went around and said, hi, would you like to donate to Easterseals? It's a nonprofit organization that helps children and adults with disabilities, and it's a nonprofit organization. And the money that is collected stays in the Rio Grande Valley.
Well, thank you so much for being here, dear. And we have one more guest that's waiting to answer phones here. And what is your name?
My name is Taylor Wiley. I'm from McAllen, Texas, and I'm proudly representing the Rio Grande Valley.
Thank you so much, ladies, for being here. You guys look absolutely amazing, and I know you want to get busy. With that, Julian, you are busy, correct?
See, I'm very busy. We're going to get busier, Irma. I see Cowboy Cash is joining us, so we're glad to have him with us. As you know, he's always got a smile. I'm again joined by Audrey. Audrey, again, working with HEB. She's going to talk to us a little bit about some of the prices, or I should say, some of the furnishings we have in front of us. You want to share with us how they'll be
Yes.
eligible for this?
Absolutely, Leon. So if you look right this way, there is a special prize that you could win in the first hour. So during HEB hour, all you have to donate is $25. So $25 will get you into this raffle to win this beautiful home set behind us. So if you didn't know, HEB has a home department where we carry a lot of home furnished items. So today you will be going home with 2 chairs, a wooden basket, you've got some throw pillows, some throw blankets, a decorative golden mirror. Such wonderful. You don't have to even think about what you're going to put in your little corner or in your reading nook. You've got carpets, you've got coasters. We've got you set. And all that takes is a $25 donation to Easterseals. So, you know, that's as easy as, getting, giving up your coffee, budget for the week.
I agree.
$25.
I agree. And where are you going to find a chair for $25?
Exactly. So this is a valued of $1,500.
Wow.
Yes.
So wouldn't this look nice in anyone's living room or family room?
Absolutely. You've got that S, you've got that beautiful dark color, you've got this cow print down at the bottom. This is completely on trend, so anyone would be able to love to have this in their home.
Well, and think about it. So we have students that are going to college right now. What a great gift to give them right before they go back to school, having furnishings for their living room. That's a great plus.
It absolutely is. So just know that these items, you can find them at your HEB in Mission Plus and Brownsville. So
Now explain to us where Mission Plus is and the one in Browns. What street are they on?
So you've got our HEB that is on Sherry, and that is where these are exactly from. So all you got to do is make that $25 donation, and we will get this to you. Or if you're in the Lower Valley area, you can find us at the one on Paredes. So that is the HEB Plus as well.
Now, let me tell you, I sat on these earlier, and they're very comfortable. Very comfortable. Stain guard. You're not going to get them dirty. Look, let's sit down. Why don't we do the rest of the interview sitting down here? I mean, look at this.
So comfortable.
How can we enjoy this? I think the rest of the telethon, we should do this.
I think so, too. I think we've signed our spot.
Great. Well, we're here. We're going to do another presentation. So there'll be I think Irma's got some good news. So I'm going to turn it back over to Irma. There she is.
Well, I try to always deliver good news, Julian. Thanks so much. Of course, my family may tell you differently. So we are back again, and this time we get a check from you guys. Tell me about the activities that the girls did to raise the funds.
Well, we've been raising money for Easterseals for, I think this is my 18th year. And we're super excited to donate today $5,327.
That is amazing, Debbie. Thank you so much.
So my girls go out into the community. We all ask for donations, and we're very excited to help every year.
Now, the girls go out and they ask for donations. They take time, not only, I know it's been summertime lately, but most of the gals, you do encourage them to go out, do charitable work. Why is that important, you would think?
And I teach them at a very young age the importance of community service and always giving back. And I just show them and tell them what to do, explain why you're there. Like you heard Celeste, what she said. She knows exactly what to say, and so that's what we do.
And so I know there's some parents who are here today. Thank you for everything that you do to raise amazing children and to be a part of an organization like Debbie's that mentors young girls to teach them at an early age, as you mentioned. When you go out in the community, Debbie, and you do all, because I've been to some of your fundraising events. I know one year you were, raising sweaters for community folks during the wintertime for people that didn't have sweaters. You do so much out there. You give of your heart. What would you say to those who continually give to you?
Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Our success is the Rio Grande Valley success, and that's all we want to do at W Productions is help our community as much as possible.
I know you have a strong support system of women in the community and businesses in the community that support you, so I figured that you would want to say thank you.
Yes, and thank you to all my friends and family, especially my husband, because I'm everywhere, and I wouldn't be able to do it without the support of my husband, my family, and I have amazing friends that help me and support me, and there's so many businesses out there, and of course my beautiful title holders that are, I get different ones every year, but they're all eager to help and wonderful.
On that note, I think it's very important that people in the community understand that you mentored our Miss Texas, Victoria Hinojosa. So she's somebody who is out there doing wonderful things for us. And so congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
She's an amazing person. Thank y'all for being here, for always being beautiful inside and out. Thank you. And so, Julian, right back to you at the HEB phone bank. By the way, have you tried the sushi at HEB?
Let me tell you, I've tried everything at HEB, and it started early. So let's visit some of our guests and some of the folks. Let me tell you, after Audrey got off the phone and did her little spill on the furniture, she actually was, we got a lot of phone calls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some of our volunteers today kind of share with you some of the pledges that have come in as a result of Audrey's excitement and what she was trying to do to sell the furniture.
So we got within 5 minutes, we got $100 from one of our store leaders at HEB. His name's Keith, but he's been donating to the Easterseals for a long time now. He thinks it's a great cause. Education is very important to him, so he wanted to share that he continue to provide resources. That's what the main thing.
Thanks, Keith. We appreciate that, Keith. And what store is he out of?
He is now in Donna, Texas.
Donna, Texas. Way to go, Redskins. All right, we got another volunteer here. Have you collected any money?
I sure have, and last caller was Macario Lara. He's also one of our top store leaders and give a great donation. So thank you, Macario, for your donation, and we encourage other folks, not just from HEB, from all over South Texas, to call and provide a donation.
Great, thank you. So you can see that we're busy up here, and so let me get one more caller before we go back to Irma. So tell me how many pledges you've received from not only folks from HEB, but others.
Yeah, no, so I just received a pledge from Sergio Gonzalez. So he's an assistant store leader out of Harlingen. So he donated $25.
Great, those $25 are coming in. So that's what we need to do is continue to collect those $25. We want to get rid of that furniture. Okay, so I'm going to try to get over here. You can see we're real busy over here. So, Irma, I'm tossing it back to you. As you can see, we're real busy. Let's get the phones ringing.
Okay, we do need to get the phones ringing. Some of those numbers, 956-803-0881, 0882, 0883. Call them all. We will answer the phone. I promise you. And you can even call my cell phone because Victoria, who is here today, and our executive assistant over at Lone Star Bank will answer that phone. If you want to give a pledge, call me today, text me. I will take that money. Speaking of which, we have some folks here from Plains Capital, Amy Canthu, John Gonzalez. We were having a little mini conversation over here about what they do. They're commercial lenders over at Plains Capital, and every year you give to Easterseals. Tell me why that is.
We have a long-time commitment to Easterseals and to the Rio Grande Valley, and we're happy to be here once again.
Happy that you are here. Sir, why Easterseals?
Well, because Easterseals does, helps out the community quite a bit, and through our the leadership with Bob Norman, we're able to continue to donate each year. And so we're happy to be here, and we'll continue to be here every year.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't get to meet Mr. Norman today, but I sure am happy that he allowed you guys some time to be here because they did tell me that they work overtime all the time on all different kinds of projects, but one of those projects being charitable giving. So let's see what we've got as far as the check today.
Okay, we're here today to present a check for $2,000. And we're so happy to be a part of Plains Capital Bank and reflect our strength and stability. We have a great team of talented bankers under the direction of Mr. Bobby Norman. Again, we're just really happy to be here today.
I am so happy that you are here with us today as well. And this is a challenge to all the banks in the Rio Grande Valley. If you're a financial institution, give us a call today. Let us know that you care about Easterseals and, more importantly, the people that benefit from Easterseals, the children of the Rio Grande Valley that need these services. Mr. Gonzalez, Ms. Canthu, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much from all the staff at Easterseals. And Julian, back to you, dear.
Keep that money coming, Irma. Keep that money coming. Well, I'm over here at the donation board, and as you can see, here are our $50 pledges. So we have Irene Ramirez, the Golden Ice Cream, Rene Barrera. So you got Robert Oliveira and Lucio, and of course we got Judge Sergio Valdez. You know, let's keep these $50 pledges coming in. For $50, let me tell you what you get. You're going to get one of these, and I have Audrey here again with HEB. I have her joining me because we've been bringing in, our phones have been just ringing as a result of her coming on television. But we have as you can see, we have a tote bag here. And then, of course, we have something right here that we can drink our cold beverages from after picking up something from HEB, I would say. And so we just want to continue that, encourage everyone to go ahead and donate those, or I should say pledge their $50 so that you can get your name up here on the pledge board. We want to see more and more and more names. So all this excitement is going on. Irma, I'm turning it back to you.
Well, thank you so much, Julian. And those who know me personally know that I love to talk, and now I'm getting paid to talk today, so that's a good thing. But Patty, I didn't get to interview you earlier, and so you are the director for the Easterseals here in the Rio Grande Valley. You do such an amazing job, and I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you on behalf of the community for everything you do to help hundreds of people here. You have an exciting program that you want to talk about within today.
I do, and thank you, back to you. Thanks for jumping in and hosting today. Thanks for Ann Julian. And thanks to Lone Star for sponsoring Channel 5 and all of the people, behind the scenes that are making this happen today. So yes, we have an exciting new way to give. If you're out and about, you can drive by the arena and drop off your donation. And we have giveaways as our thanks. We have a Stadium Cup this hour, and the next hour we have an Easterseals cap. And then we have paletas for the late afternoon when it's so hot. So
great.
Lots of ways to give. Watch us, call in, or come by.
Well, thank you so much again for everything you do. Please, as I mentioned earlier, you are more than welcome to drive by, give a donation, give us a call. The lines, we would love to hear them ringing, so please give us a call when you can. And I do want to focus on that a little bit because this arena, the Bird Ogden Arena, opens themselves up every year to host this. Lone Star National Bank does such a great job of allowing the production and everything to happen here. What would you say to the stage crew, to everyone else, to Rodrigo, who's up there managing everything? What would you like to say to them?
Rodrigo in the sky, hi, and thank you. He keeps us all in line. All these gentlemen and women are behind the scenes, are making this happen. Couldn't do it without you because we have day jobs, right? And it's not this. And they're true pros and professionals.
They really are. And I will tell you, a lot of the folks who are here today give of their time on their own. They're volunteers. They come in and they want to help, and they want to tell the stories of people who have been helped before. The folks here that you're going to meet from Lone Star National Bank, Matthew Dang and Americo Mendez, I think he's here somewhere, or he should be getting here soon. Vanessa, who's here, Elise de Anda, we are all here because we want to be, because we want you to know that Easterseals is one of the wonderful many charities that we at Lone Star National Bank believe in. And so with that, I noticed and met tons of your staff on the way in. What would you say about them?
There's no words for them. They are the best team, and they all have fabulous day jobs too, taking care of our families, working with the families, doing the real work of Easterseals, but they have their volunteer hats on today as well.
I love that, and it was so nice to meet all of you. Now, let's talk about families. Julian?
Thank you. Thank you, Patty, for telling me to wear orange today, the colors of, obviously, the Easterseals. Our first video is a very interesting one. Easterseals Home of Instruction for Parents of Preschool Youngsters, or HIPPY program, works with parents to help their child develop the skills they need to start school ready to learn. Emery's mom saw the benefits of HIPPY program with the older daughters, and she wanted to provide early learning activities for Emery. Let's hear how this HIPPY program helped Emery's mom set the foundation for early learning.
My name is Elizabeth Chavira. I have 4 daughters. They're Destiny, Ella, Emery, and Daniela. Emery is the one that just got out of the HIPPY, and she's actually the 3rd one that I have had in the HIPPY program.
My name is Clarissa O'Brien, and I am the program coordinator for the HIPPY program.
My name is Olga Zapata, and I'm a HIPPY home visitor.
The HIPPY program is an evidence-based school readiness program for families who live in Hidalgo County who have children that are 2 to 5 years of age. HIPPY stands for Home Instruction for Parents of Preschool Youngsters.
I really like to get the opportunity to work with my daughter and get her a little used to learning and everything before she went to school. What I liked about it is that with my oldest, I tried to put her in Head Start. She wasn't accepted that year, so I did want to try something. And when they told me about it, I did put her in. I signed her up. I liked it a lot because it was easy. They told us what to do. The home visitor would describe what we would do.
One of the supports the HIPPY program provides for parents is a monthly group meeting that we plan to provide information for the parents, but also fun activities for the children. But through those meetings, they get to interact with other families enrolled in the program, and the children get to meet other children their age that live in the community, so they get that social emotional connection through the meetings that we plan.
I really liked that before they start, they do a sort of a little placement just to see where they're at. They give them a little test, and not graded, but they give them a little test to see what they know, and then at the end of the year they do it again to see what they learned, and it was such an improvement. It would surprise me at the end of how many they would get right and how much they learned and what they had struggles with in the beginning. They learned really quickly, even though it seems like we're not really forcing them to learn. They learn really quickly. They learn their shapes, their colors, how to write their name, and it wasn't boring for them.
The Chavita family is a very involved family. Mom tries to attend every event that we hold. The HIPPY program, it's for the mom to role play exactly how I go into the house and role play with her. They have a week to do the whole packet, and she does the exact same thing that we did in the home visit. Just how we role played it, she does it with her child.
The relationship with the home visitor, to me, I saw it more like friends, not like teachers, nothing like that, because they knew everything. It wasn't so strict. It was like family. It was just like someone coming over. We would talk so much about everything. They learned so much about my girls, getting along with them, knowing what they like, my daughters loved having their home visitor come.
I've seen mom become more confident in the way that she teaches her child. Things they're improving on, what things they're doing better. Yes, she likes to share the accomplishments that her daughters are making.
With my daughters, they were really into learning. So when we would have the home visitor come in, they would be part of it, and they would actually be like, can we do it already? Even though it was for me. And I would be like, hold on, you'll do it with me later. But the home visitor would let them participate when they could.
I love that when I would go and do the visits, it wasn't just doing the visit with mom, because that's my role, right? Just support her so she can be the teacher for her child. But I would see how her younger daughters would be there, and I would see the child learning from mom and teaching her little younger sister. So it was really nice to see.
Marie actually likes to introduce what she learned. Like, she'll be all like, this is what I learned today, this is what we did, let's do this, like, because they also have little activities. So there'll be activities like where you're able to do something outside, a little scavenger hunt, find stuff, and she loved to do that with her sisters. So she would tell everybody about it, that this is what I learned. It's a great opportunity for the children. They learn so much, they have so much fun. It's not really as forcing them to learn, it's just helping them, and they have fun along the way. She loved being a part of the celebration because she was able to have her sisters there to see her finish. She says it's a little graduation for her.
Some of the feedback that I received from the families enrolled in the program is just how grateful they are for the support that they receive from their home visitor. Many of the home visitors we have on staff have been through the program themselves with their own children, so through that experience they get to build a really special relationship, and the families on their caseload will call them to let them know that they got a new job or the child wrote their name, first and last name. So it's really special to see that bond that they create, and that they get to celebrate these milestones together.
I just want her to be able to do what she wants. She has so much energy in her, and she just loves everything. What I hope for Emery in the future is just that she does what she loves. She's so energetic, she's so happy to be around with, I just want her to be happy.
Easterseals.
It starts here.
The last half hour of the Easterseals Telethon was sponsored by HEB. The next half hour of the Easterseals Telethon is supported by HEB.
Okay, welcome back. What a great video that we just saw. Irma, what do you think about the telethon so far?
I think it's fantastic. I haven't been involved in a telethon in many, many years. My previous job, I had the honor of working with the Children's Miracle Network and muscular dystrophy, and so to be here is really nostalgic for me, to be able to raise funds in our community for folks who need them most, like the family that you just saw, and many more who are you going to meet today. As a matter of fact, as we got ready for Easterseals, Julian, a friend of mine, Edgar Soto, reached out and said that if it wouldn't have been for Easterseals, they don't know what they would have done without the support services for their son. So for all the friends and family of ours in the Rio Grande Valley who've utilized the services and benefited more from the services, we're praying for you. We're happy that you were able to get these services for your children, and it's just really a great feeling today.
I know, I feel so energized. I mean, you can feel the energy as you walk in, and then the folks that are pledging, and then of course the phones that are manning our phones. We're so excited, and continue doing the donations. Remember, we want to see your with the $50 pledge, we get to put your name up on the board. So let's put your name up on that board. What do you think, Irma?
I think that it would be fantastic to see more names on the board. Yesterday, as we were getting ready and having rehearsals, I saw a lot of names that I recognized, like Jaime and Lisa Salinas from Mission. So that was fantastic to see them. And then today, even, you know, you recognize so many folks in the community who have businesses, and Olive Marketing Firm. That's one of my best friends, Myra Chapa Olivares. Notice I said Chapa in there because we're primas. Not really, but we say we are. And it's just great to see the love. And I actually just got chills because it is heartwarming that so many people want to be a part of today.
Well, let me tell you, now we're going to go to our next setup, and I'm going back to Audrey, and we're going to go ahead and continue talking about what she's got over here. And you heard earlier, with your $25 pledge, you're going to be able to be eligible for some of this furnishing. Audrey, you want to talk to us a little bit more about the furnishing?
I feel a little like Vanna White here. It's just
say.
like you've got a beautiful set, 2 seats. So don't forget, it's only $25 donation you have to give during this hour. So you've got less than half an hour to make that donation. So those $25 will get you a possibility to win this entire Home by HEB set that is worth about $1,500.
So we mentioned earlier that, you know, this would be a great gift for that student that's actually going back to school, or if you've moved down from another part of the country down to the beautiful Rio Grande Valley and needed furniture, go to your neighborhood HEB in Sherry Road, and of course we have one in Brownsville, as you mentioned. But you can make that even easier if you pledge $25 today, so that we can draw your name, and some lucky winner is going to actually have this beautiful furnishings. And so again, the 2 locations are in Brownsville and on Sherry Road, and the one here in Mission. You want to tell us a little bit more about some of the other furnishings that you have? We only have just this, but I know you have other things there at the store as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's in a grocery store, so while you're doing your weekly grocery shop at HEB, you know, make sure to stop on by your home department. And just to let you know, Julian, we're so proud of our partners. They have been blowing up our phones over here making donations. So not only are our partners taking those phone calls this morning, our partners that actually work out in your HEBs are calling in, and we're so proud that they are an absolute.
Well, thank you very much. We just got a $500 donation, but I'm going to pass it over to Irma.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I am getting to know some folks that I continually see on Facebook. And you know, that's one of the beauties of social media. You see people out in the community doing wonderful things, and you don't really get to see them every day, but social media brings us together, one of which is Marla Sandoval. Thank you so much for being here. Madeline True. Not false. I learned that a moment ago. She is always true. And Yvette Balderas. You guys are here. Welcome to talk about McAllen's Community Development Block Grant. So tell me a little bit about how the city supports Easterseals through this grant.
So we are a program that is funded by the federal government. It's almost a 50-year-old program, and we've been providing funding for subrecipients and nonprofits through this program. Easterseals has always been a great recipient of these programs. They provide great services with the dollars that they receive, and so we're very proud to be here on behalf of the City of McAllen and the Community Development Block Grant Advisory Board.
Nobody's happier than the families who are watching today who have benefited from wonderful things that you guys are doing. Your makeup's beautiful, by the way. And so, Madeline, I just want to hear something true about you and why you're here.
I will always speak the truth, but I am so happy to be here today. The CDBG Advisory Board has supported Easterseals for a number of years because we've seen, the impact that Easterseals has had on the community, and that is so important to us community members to be able to see that. So we're really happy to be here today.
Thank you so much. And Marla, we have to catch up, but I want to present the check very quickly. Let's see what was donated by the Community Block Grant for McAllen. $8,000. Can we get a round of applause in the studio, please, for the $8,000 check? That is amazing. Thank y'all so much. Julian, can you top that?
Thank you, Irma. Well, you can see I'm back on the donation board, and we've added some more names to the $50 pledges and more. So we got Sandra L. Martinez, Katie Klein, Cindy Gonzalez, Victoria Farias, on and on, Diana Franz, Rihanna R. Gonzalez. Come on, let's get those pledges coming in. $50 gets you on the board. That's what we want. At the end of the day, we want to be on this board. Let me share a little bit with you about those $25 or the $50 pledges that I was mentioning earlier, what it gets you. It gets you this tumbler. Nice little tumbler here that goes with my outfit and probably goes with any outfit. Take one of these home with you. And of course, we have this tote bag. It can be used anywhere. And especially during the last couple of weeks that we have summer to celebrate, why don't you take that tote bag with you? And again, for a $50 pledge, you can actually go home with it. Again, we want to thank all our $50 pledges or those that have donated to us up here that are on the board. We want to continue seeing your name up here. So, again, Irma, it's going well. We're excited. The checks are coming in. The $50 pledges, $25 pledges are coming in. Back to you.
Well, thank you so much, Julian. I was waving over to my friend Jamie, who's going to come over because we have some exciting news. We are going to spin the wheel for the very first time today. Jamie, wonderful to see you representing today Texas Regional Bank.
Yes, ma'am.
And you guys have been here for a couple of years now representing. Tell us a little bit about the wheel because you're very familiar with it. And first, would you like to introduce this special little being?
This is my daughter. Can you say what your name is?
Nyla.
Nyla is the cutest little Nyla I have ever seen. I've seen you on Facebook before because I know your grandma. And she's adorable. She's my friend, Dora.
Yeah.
Can she be my friend too? Okay, good, good. So let's spin the wheel.
Yes.
Okay. I'll let you guys spin it.
Okay, you spin the wheel, Nyla.
I'll hold this for you, dear. So the wants and needs wheel. If you've never watched before, what this means is families who have benefited from Easterseals write down a want and a need. And we have a family choice is what it's landed on. So we will walk right over here and pick a name. Cowboy Cash, can you spin that drum, please? Fantastic. And would you like to pick a name, ladies?
Let's pick a name, Nyla. How exciting.
Are you going to pick the name? Okay, let me open it up for you guys. Here you go.
Get right
Put
in
your
there,
hand
girl.
in there.
Get right in there.
So much fun.
How exciting. Who's it going to be,
Okay,
Nyla?
okay,
Who
let's
did you
see.
choose? Who did you choose?
Mom, do you want to read that?
This is for movie passes for the family. They need a booster seat, and the child's name is Faye G.
So, Faye G, you get both items.
Yeah.
Correct? Yes, yes. And we cannot wait to deliver that to you, Miss Faye, who's out there watching. And then you would like to present a check today,
Yes,
correct?
yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
I'll help
So-
you.
Texas Regional Bank, I mean, we are just, Texas Regional Bank, we are invested in the communities we serve, and one of our favorite organizations, of course, is Easterseals and the Easterseals Telethon and everything that they do here for children with disabilities, individuals with disabilities. Not a lot of people know this, but we're actually a family that receives services too. My son has a speech delay, and I have to give a shout out to Lucy and Angela, because they have helped him come a long way.
That is very kind of you to share that information. I didn't know that, and I think it's very bold for you to come out and to say, hey, you know, I've been assisted, I have received the help, and so for the therapists who help, for the medical teams that support this, it's really nice to know that they're here for us. Some communities don't have these services.
That's right. We definitely are an advantage to have them come visit us and spend time with my son Joseph. So like I said, he's come a long way, and Texas Regional Bank, we're just happy to be a part of this and to be able to give back. So thank you for having us.
Jamie, we have another thing in common. My son is named Joseph as well, and he's right over there. He's a Marine, a United States Marine, and he's here from California, so he's here today. And so that just warms my heart. Thank you so much for being here and for everything.
We couldn't have my Joseph here. He'd be running all over the place. So.
Well, he used to too. Okay, Julian, back at you, hun.
Thank you, Irma. I'm so glad when Jamie's here. She's always bringing a smile to everybody's face. I'm joined again at the donation board, where again those $50 donations or pledges will get your name up here. So I'm joined by Audrey, who works with HEB, one of our sponsors. Audrey, you want to read some of the names?
Yeah, Julian, look, we got a whole group of names. We want to thank the Robert E. Story. We also want to thank City Cafe. How many of y'all love having lunch there? That's one of my favorite spots. Star Pharmacy, Robert and Lori Lozano, El Tigre Food Store, West Valley Radiology, the Talbot Foundation, Mattress Galleria. We have Tech's Best Travel Centers. This is a great group, and we've got more coming in for the raffle. The phones are heating up. Julian, it's a great morning already.
So tell me, those $50 gets you what? When you do the pledge, you get...
So $50,
Yes.
You get that wonderful mug, which you've got to have your HEB Cafe Olay, make it nice and warm. And then also that beautiful tote bag. So $50 will get you the Easterseals promo items, and $25. So if you do $50, you get into both. You get your choice of the thermos and also the bag, and into our raffle. Thank you, Camila.
Great.
So keep those coming.
Thank you very much. Well, again, get your name up here for $50 pledge, and I am going to turn it back over to Irma.
Thank you so much. We are having a grand time, and thank you, HEB. Thank you, Julian, for giving us all that great news. I am here with some VIPs in the community who are taking your calls and also calling folks at home and saying, hey, remember me? You promised me something today. And what is that, Joanne?
Always money.
My fiance knows that all right.
Well, I just got a wonderful donation from the WellMed, hold on a second, it went dead. Employed WellMed physicians from Dr. Linda Villarreal for $2,000.
Dr. Villarreal, thank you so much for that donation. You have lots of donations here.
I'm so
oh my
excited,
gosh.
and everybody needs to call. This is a wonderful, wonderful organization. I've been doing this for years. My heart is in it. Y'all's needs to be. They take care of kids in school, out of school, moms, dads, adults, grandma, grandpas, whatever you need, therapy services. Easterseals is there for all of us in our community, and we're so thankful for that.
What do you do in the next 2 hours? You want to just stay with me, hang out, maybe?
I'm going to stay.
I'm digging this whole vibe and just this excitement.
This is an exciting thing.
It is exciting.
And I'm so happy to be here.
And I'm happy that you're here and that Jerry Clark is calling you and that Dr. Villarreal's called and Dr. Vela as well. Now, Becky, you are also here giving of your time. Tell me a little bit about why you decided to be here with us today.
I definitely believe in the cause. And as Joanne just said, we need everyone to call, because without Easterseals, we wouldn't have all the assistance that we have for children and adults.
Absolutely. You look beautiful today, by the way, and I love this color on you, and you have gorgeous eyes as well. If you could zoom in on these eyes, I'm sure the phone bank will go crazy. Becky, thank you so much. Now, Sonia is on a call right now. She is a board member. I will be back because we have another donation that we want to tell you about. Cowboy Cash, you following me? I feel like he's my bodyguard today. So we have folks here from the Valley Auto Dealers Association. Yes, and it's great to see you. You look amazing today. You guys support Easterseals, and I'm so happy that you do because you have great news for us.
We do. We're very honored to be able to support Easterseals on behalf of the Valley Auto Dealers Association. I'm Jacob Bogus, president, and I'm here with some amazing board members. We've got Jason with North Park Lexus, Shelby Badillo with Bird Ogden, and Sam Tiarina with Mercedes of San Juan.
Fantastic.
And we're representing the group to present a donation of $5,000 to Easterseals.
That is amazing.
Yes, we're so excited to do it. Very honored to do this. And we also have some experiences to possibly share with you guys. And so I'm going to pass the mic to Jason.
Hey, good morning. My name is Jason Gonzalez, and I have personally had assistance with my two little ones through Easterseals, so I greatly support the cause.
Jason, if you don't mind me asking, how old are your kiddos?
My daughter is 7, and my son is 2 years old, and I have another one who's 8 months old, and we were involved in the early child development part of it.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for opening up your heart and sharing that with the viewers that we have out there. If there was something you'd say to people who are watching about how much that meant to you to be able to have those services here in the Rio Grande Valley, what would you say?
Well, definitely the early child intervention with Easterseals, the practitioners that come in and work with my children, so it really helped them grow and into the wonderful kids that they are now.
Anything you want to say on behalf of your spouse, because I'm sure that's really hard sometimes to be able to manage that when you have two children who are benefiting from these services.
Well, you know, she was 100% all on board. We're blessed to have her stay home with the kids, so she was able to be involved with the practitioners. So
Yeah.
it was a good thing with both involvement. So
And what is her name?
Dominique Gonzalez.
Dominique, if you are out there watching, we love you, thank you, and congratulations on the new baby. And so, Shelly, tell us a little bit about your excitement about being here today. I know that Bird Ogden does so much in the community for charitable causes.
I'm very excited to be here. It's always exciting to join every year with Bird Ogden. We do thank everybody that has donated to VADA. This allows us to make contributions to organizations like Easterseals, so we thank you all.
And Mercedes, that's just amazing. Now, what is your name again?
My name's Sam Tijerina. I'm the general manager of Mercedes-Benz.
Awesome.
And, you know, we brought up Easterseals about being a great organization, and each of us have had some sort of connection. And I have a little brother that has Down syndrome.
Okay.
He got a lot of benefit from Easterseals. And on my way over here, I was driving with my mom, and he's older now. He's 27. I was like, man, I'm going to go do this check with Easterseals. I said, man, it'd be cool if he would still be involved with Easterseals. And I'm not real familiar if he is. They just moved back down here.
Okay.
So it's something maybe to look into.
Invite him over.
Yeah.
We're happy to have him even today.
I told her to put on Channel 5. So if you're watching, bring him over.
And Sam, hello, and I hope you're doing great, Sam, and that I get to meet you one day.
Awesome.
Valley Auto Dealers, thank you so much for everything you do. I know you've supported many causes that I'm familiar with, so thank you. You guys are wonderful. And we have more exciting news. You just mentioned that you were driving in, and hopefully when you drive by Bird Ogden, Miss Elise, tell us what folks can do.
Thank you, Irma. I'm here in the lobby area, the Bird Ogden Arena. I'm being joined by Elise, who's joined us all the way from San Antonio. Elise, you want to tell us who you're with?
Yes, we're with the Easterseals volunteers. So they're going to be here ready to pick up your donations today. I have a few questions, though. One of them, what makes you wanted to volunteer with Easterseals today?
Well, really just the love for the program and the families that we serve. I wanted to be here to kind of help bring in more donations.
Perfect. And is anyone else have a personal reason why y'all wanted to volunteer today?
Just working with our families and seeing them come in and hearing their stories is really important, I think, to all of us. And we're just here to kind of support the cause and let everyone know what we're about.
Well, thank you so much. wanted to thank you for your volunteering efforts and helping us today join with our community. Just wanted to let you know to visit our staff today. They'll be curbside ready to pick up your donations, and you'll get a chance to be entered in our drawings that will be happening throughout the day. Come by this hour and pick up one of our stadium cups as a thank you for supporting Easterseals today. Yes. Sorry. I want to know what you think. Oh, wonderful. We're just here. We're excited for you to come out to join us. We can't wait to meet you and visit you. What is it like to be a volunteer for Easterseals?
Well, I'm an employee of Easterseals. I've been working for the organization for over 8 years already, and I absolutely love it. We work with children of all abilities, and we do developmental activities with our children, so it's really amazing to be serving the RGV.
Wonderful. We all believe about giving back to our children. It's the fundamental way for us to grow here. And I'm going to toss it back to Irma. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Elise, and I know how that feels. Sometimes, you know, when you're interviewing folks and they give such great responses, and you're like, okay, where do I go next? And that's sometimes what happens here, because the level of energy and the folks that are delivering these responses are from the heart. Speaking of, we have an amazing gift from the heart from HEB, and we are going to do a raffle.
Absolutely. So, Irma, Leon, last call for any donations. We're good.
Anyone?
We want to make sure that all of your donations.
We
have some more.
We have more.
So while that comes on over, we want to make sure that we get all of those in.
So I have a question. While you're doing this and collecting more, what if you give $100? Do you get put in the raffle 4 times?
It's a one-shot chance.
It's one
yes.
shot. Okay.
From the heart. The rest of the money comes from the heart.
Yes, I get it. I get it. Okay.
So the $25, that's all you need to get into this raffle. So it's about $1,500 worth, and like Juliana was saying, if you're going to college, right? But if you don't get to make this donation hour, they got to check out the next prize during the next hour too. So if you didn't get to make the HEB hour, which I hope you did, you still have till 3 o'clock to make a donation.
Till 3 o'clock to make a donation. It's $25 donation. What is your name, young lady?
Camila.
Camila, nice to meet you. That's a beautiful name. Do you want to say hi to everybody and tell them thanks for watching?
Thank you for watching.
And tell them to call you.
Call me.
Call me.
I felt like that was a song.
Call her parents at the phone, babe.
Yes, that's fantastic. Okay, do you guys want to pick a name?
So I'll tell you
All right.
You want me to shuffle a little bit?
Let's shuffle that up.
Who are we going to get to draw the name?
Who would like to draw the name? Okay,
I
I'll
think
check
I
it on.
should.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
last one,
Oh, we
last
have more
one.
names.
You've got
Okay.
a runner coming in. All right, here we go. No pressure, Liam.
What is your
There
name?
we go. This is
Liam
Liam.
Gaitán. Nice to meet you,
Yes.
Liam. Where do you go to school?
Oh, Liam, hey, come on over. You know what? This is full circle. His parents shared with us. Liam actually received services from Easterseals when he was young. So look how beautiful they grow up. He's an awesome student.
Liam, can you pick a name for him?
And he's going to pick that name.
Where's he a student?
Are you in Harlingen?
Middle School.
Bella Middle School. Okay.
Shout
Here
out
we
to
go.
Bella Middle School. We've got
Primitivo de la Rosa.
Primitivo de la Rosa
Thank you for
from
calling
Edinburgh. Woo,
That's
great.
fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations. All right.
Okay, so we are going to walk on over and deliver some great news.
So we're going back to the tote board. As you can see, we continue to get names. We got some added names to this tote board at $50 plus. We got Vantage Bank. We got JP Ice Cream. We got Bruce and Lori and I think I went to the wrong tote board.
Sorry, I
Okay,
sent you to
got
the
a little
wrong
ahead of
board.
myself.
That was my fault. I
Okay,
apologize.
That's okay.
Give me one
that's
excuse
okay.
for the day.
That's okay.
So there's 2 boards, right? We have the board, the donation board, where everyone's calling in, and then we have the big board. And this is the first time to announce where we are.
Okay, well, let's see.
Are you ready?
Are we going to have a drum roll, Irma?
We could
Let's do a
absolutely
drum
do a
roll.
drum roll.
Let's do
Here
a
we
drum
go.
roll.
Here we
Irma,
go.
go ahead.
$88,464,000. Absolutely wonderful news. Julian?
Great. Let me see. We are now going to introduce our second family today. The Easterseals, let's see, where are we at? There we are. The Easterseals parents and teachers continue programs that provide support to parents who are expecting a child or have a child up to the age of 5. Activities and strategies provide parents guidance on their child's development milestones. Meet the Aviles family, first-time parents who wanted to learn ways to help support their daughter's early development.
Our family consists of myself, Luis Manuel Aviles, my wife, Clarissa Aviles, and our 3-year-old daughter, Emma Luisa Aviles.
I first found out about parents as teachers through our friend Adam Rios, who works for Easterseals. He had us in mind because we were first-time parents, and he knew we were a little bit nervous because we didn't have our family close by, and he knew it would be a good resource for us.
My name is Marlene, and I am one of the home visitors for the Parents as Teachers program at Easterseals. I go into the home and do home visits with families, and I take information about child development, plan activities with families, and help their children reach their full potential through those learning activities.
More advanced things like counting and I know like tracing her name, things like that. And most of the time the activities seem to be a lot of fun. I haven't been there for many of them, but she seems to be having a lot of fun. She looks forward to them. And so, I mean, overall, I think it's been very, very helpful for her. She seems to have a really good rapport with her. See somebody as a teacher, listen to them. And that's been helpful with her in other areas when we've taken her, for example, to swimming classes and at times when other family members have tried to teach her stuff, she's already has a good idea of what she's supposed to do. Stay quiet, listen, and then listen to instructions, follow instructions. So, I mean, overall, it's you can tell that she's benefited a lot from it.
The Aviles family has been enrolled in the Parents as Teachers program since Emma Luisa was 7 months old. And we started off talking about gross motor development, getting her ready for sitting up, crawling.
When we first started the program, it was during the pandemic. So our first home visits were virtual. It was a little different, so once we actually had Marlene come to our home, Emma Luisa liked her right away.
I also supported Mom in learning to get that confidence that she needed, that reassuring partner in helping her understand what Emma Luisa was working on.
So at the end of each session, Marlene brings some forms or about what we discussed and the activities we did, and I share those with my husband when he gets home.
She sends me pictures, sometimes short videos of what they're doing, and every time I get home I always see the projects they did, the artwork. Sometimes Emma Luisa discusses it. What I like about parents and teachers is that they, mainly the home visits, our home visitor Marlene has a really good relationship with our daughter. She has really good rapport with her. She gets her engaged in the activities. Emma Luisa looks forward to the visits. She enjoys them, and it seems like she learns a lot. And she's been very good about answering all our questions and telling us how she's doing. And so it's been very beneficial overall.
The Parents as Teachers program is based on home visits, but we also provide other opportunities for families to come together as a community and share experiences about different topics. We have group connections. We also offer parent cafes to families where they can come together and just work together as a community and as parents.
We went through a little rough patch, kind of, where Maluso started going through some tantrums. We had no idea if it was normal, if we had to ask for more help. So she guided us through it. Well, we talked about it, kept track of her, if she had little tantrums here and there, and how we could prevent them, and what to do during the tantrum. So that was one of the bigger things that she helped us through.
I supported Mom in understanding what were those milestones for each age range, 8 to 14 months, 14 to 24 months, all the way up to Emma Luisa. She's 3 now, so we've really been targeting getting her ready for school. I get a lot of feedback from current families. They love to send a message in between visits letting me know if their child achieved a new milestone that I might have missed during the visit.
So we always celebrate those kinds of milestones and big events with each family.
I would tell other parents that there's resources out there that are available and that can be very helpful. Not always, for example, with us, that we don't have family close by, so it's something that we depended on at times. So, you know, there's help out there. We struggle sometimes as parents, and it's good to know that there's places we can go, people we can talk to that are there to help us.
We started the program when Emma Luisa was 7 months. So our home visitor, Marlene, has been with us through all her major milestones.
She's helped her out in all the stages of development. She's been very good about telling us where she's at. A lot of the activities are tailored to that stage she's at, so we can get a good idea of how she's doing, how we can help her. I just want her to be happy, and I do want her to do well, and I think that with what we're doing, we're giving her those tools for her to do well, to succeed in her own way, whatever she wants to do. But I think we're giving her a good start in life.
I just hope that my daughter is happy and healthy, and hopefully by being in this program, she will learn different things or things that we might not be able to teach her on her own, and she'll be ready for whatever she wants to do in the future.
I think Easterseals has definitely been something very important for us and helpful to us, and so we're very thankful for that.
Easterseals, it starts here.
The last half hour of the Easterseals Telethon was sponsored by HEB. The next half hour of the Easterseals Telethon is supported by Carrots.
And welcome back, everyone. I am delighted to introduce some very good friends of mine, new friends and old friends. Matt Dang, Americo Mendez are representing Lone Star National Bank. They are mortgage lenders here in the Rio Grande Valley, and I'm very happy that both of you had decided to join us. And I'd like to both introduce you to one of my best friends. This is Natalie Buentheo here from Carrots, and every year you decide to come out and shine bright like a diamond, because that's what you are, that's who you are, what you do. If you know Natalie, you know exactly what I mean. Tell us about an exciting program that you have going on today for 25 bucks.
With a donation of $25, you are entered into a raffle to win a Roberto coin diamond initial necklace. And that's available in rose gold, yellow gold, or white gold.
Just very familiar with what it looks like. Oh, and we have them on the screen right now. They're absolutely gorgeous. I got mine maybe 3-4 years ago, and I wear it every single day. Super sturdy, beautiful. It's such a beautiful accent to wear with anything. So for $25, you get entered in the raffle.
Yes, ma'am, and we love wearing it just like you are, layered.
I do. I just love it. It's just such a cute little piece that you could wear, elegant or just casual.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Natalie, you do so much out in the community. You really do. So many people know you. How do you find the time to do everything that you do for so many different charitable causes?
Well, Easterseals is a charitable cause that's near and dear to our heart. And Saul and Carlos could not be here today because they are in Barcelona, Spain. And they are watching live on Facebook Live. And so let's just give a big shout out to them.
Hi, guys.
Really, none of this would be possible without their guidance. They're so active in the community, and they believe in giving back to the community that they live in and that they do business in. So our donation today would not be possible without our friends. They're not just clients, they're friends, and we've been friends with a lot of these people for almost 30 years. So
well, and good friends do great things. Speaking of which, let's see this check, my dear.
We are thrilled. This is our record-breaking donation ever. We're pleased to announce $35,000 for Easterseals.
That is amazing. You had to feel good all week long knowing that this was in your pocket.
Got finalized about midnight last night, so we're excited.
We are extremely excited. So, Matt, Americo, you guys are going to the donation board. I'm going to stick around with Natalie for a little bit and chat.
Great check.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Irma. We are walking to the donation board.
So as you can see, we have new names coming up every second. Is terrific to see. And I just want to thank all of our donations so far. It is very, very thoughtful, and every dollar counts. Americo?
We're going to start. Thank you. Vantage Bank, JP Ice Cream, Diane Bassetti. Go ahead, Matt.
Dr. Erb and Dr. Kelly Nasor.
Please.
Bruce and Larry Goldman, thank you so much for your donation. RGV Property Sisters Realty Group, and Olive Marketing Firm. Back to you, Americo.
Thank you. Please keep calling. We're looking for more donations. Please, anybody that calls, you get your name up here, but you also get this wonderful prize here. We're going to show you guys. Absolutely, this is 20-ounce mug. It goes cold or hot. It's great for right now with this hot weather. We also are able to get this wonderful tote for the summertime to be used. You actually could go and put it right in there. Right. Irma, thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, guys. You're doing a great job. You're doing a fantastic job. Thank you all so much. I am very delighted to tell you that I am standing here with my boss, David DeAnda Jr. Thank you so much for being here with us today and for doing everything that you do in the community. Now, you've been with Lone Star for 30 years. You're coming up on a milestone anniversary, and each year, this is not the only charity in the Rio Grande Valley, but it's an important one that you invest in. Tell us why.
Well, you know, kids and education are really important for us, and giving back to the community is the most important thing that Lone Star National Bank can do. So the Easterseals is very close and dear to my heart. I support the organization tremendously, and I'd like to encourage all the bankers that are out there to make a commitment to Easterseals. There's a bunch of people and their phones aren't ringing, so I'd ask every bank president to at least make a commitment for the organization to the Easterseals because it's a great organization.
Absolutely. And so you have a check that you'd like to present today. Let's take a look at that. $52,600. Amazing, amazing presentation. Thank you so much for assisting us, Cowboy Cash. I'd like to ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind, while you are here and just talk. And I'm just going to step right in here. Is that okay, Cowboy Cash? So your family is here today, and Elise is here, and to know that you have family members who are here, born and raised, what is it like for you to see the growth of this wonderful bank that we have, and to know that communities and charities like this can support on us, can count on us for support for charities like this?
So it's really important for Lone Star National Bank to give back to communities. Family is very important. At our organization, it's God, family, and work. And that's the principles that I think we live by every day. I can't tell you how successful the organization's been, but it's not because of just Lone Star National Bank. It's a great board of directors who have a big heart to give back to community. That's our #1 priority. So we also tied 10% from the top, give back to communities, all charity organizations. And I think one of the things that we do is, and we're very blessed to do, is to give back. And it's a wonderful feeling when you give back to communities that believe in giving back to kids and education. So, I mean, that's our #1 thing in the community.
Thank you so much for being here on a Saturday, and to see your other employees here like Vanessa Seguda and Americo and Matt. I'm sure that makes you very proud, or I hope it does. I hope we make you proud today, sir. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great afternoon.
Thanks,
and Matt, back to you.
Actually, it's to me, Irma. Thank you very much. Thank you for the donation. So right now, as you guys saw, we talked about that beautiful necklace that Irma was wearing, and we have a beautiful picture over here. We're going to talk a little more. Again, for $25, give us a call, give that donation. If you have a daughter, a mom, a wife, they're going to love it. Okay, so we're going over here. We're going to talk about it a little bit. If you can tell us a little more about this wonderful necklace.
Certainly. Once again, it's Roberto coin. They're available in 18-karat yellow gold, white gold, and rose gold. And they have the signature ruby that everybody adores about Roberto coin. Dates back to an ancient Roman legend that every time a ruby is touching a woman's skin, she never loses her passion. Right now, I'm here with some of our wonderful telephone bank Friends, this is Monica Rivera, and she's one of our favorite designers. Monica, who do you have for donations today?
We have Francis Jones for $100, Nancy Rogers, City Cafe, $200.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
We love going to City Cafe. Thank you, Nancy and Stephen, for your generous donations. JW, he happens to be Irma's son. He's filling in for us today. JW, who do you have donations for today?
I have Kay Jancic from OK's and Lisa Castillo-Salinas from Property Sisters Realty Group.
Excellent.
Thanks for that donation, Lisa. We really appreciate you. Gabby, my favorite coworker, who do you have today?
I have Norm and Miros Jensen for $500 and Flora and Michael DeCandia from West Valley Radiology for $500.
Do you have anybody else you want to mention today?
Yes, I have Juan and Diana Peña for $1,000.
$1,000. Wow, that is unbelievable. Thank you very much, Irma.
Thank you.
Introduced those wonderful people over there.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You know, a lot of my folks are on the phone right now. We have board members here from Easterseals. We have Evolutions Therapy. Mariah, why did you want to be here today?
Because we've known how important it is to provide therapeutic service for the low-income adult population. So we do that daily, and we see how it really helps them, and we just want everyone to get better.
You know, a lot of people talk about the kids, but many times the support that you're giving to the families is just as key, just as important, because families, you know, we're in this together. What would you say about some of the parents out there and the relief that they have to have these services here?
Yes, the parents find a lot of relief because, like you said, we not only treat the kids, we treat the parents. We let them know that they're not alone. We let them know that they can come with us to any questions, if that's how to treat their kid in their daily lives or how to care for them. And they just really feel grateful that we provide those services, or they have somewhere that they can come back to, and they can always ask us questions.
That is amazing. Thanks for what you do in your career and also for spending time with us today. So at this time, we would like to see who has been calling in. Matt.
Thank you, Irma. As you can see, it's so very exciting to see. I can't even keep up with all the new names on the board. We are back at our donation board. I want to thank everyone for their pledges and donations. Again, the names you see on the board are those who pledge $50 or more. And you can see that they can select a tumbler or a tote bag. So some of the names on the board: Brent Holloway, thank you so much for your donation. Lydia Elizondo, Linda De La Fuente, Marcia Talbert, McAllen Physical Therapy, Dr. and Mrs. Alberto Gutierrez, Dr. and Mrs. Noel Lopez, thank you so much for your donation. This is terrific to see. Every dollar counts, and if you're thinking about pledging or thinking about calling in, call in. Thank you so much. And back to Irma.
Thank you so much. So I am being joined at the moment by Janet Tan and Natasha Odendahl, and they are with Evolutions Therapy. We are going to spin the wheel in just a moment, the wants and needs wheel, but first we have a check presentation. Tell us a little bit about that and how you raise the funds.
Yes, this is a company effort. So we have had partnership with Easterseals for over a decade now. So we believe in the programs. I help them with writing the grants for the other companies, community. So yeah, and this is our small gift to Easterseals.
Small gift? This is small? $1,500 is always big in my eyes. Thank you so much for this. I know that there's a lot of different charities you could give to, but this one seems like, even from the employees that I spoke with a moment ago, that they have so much heart for it behind that. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's just because we, 20 odd years ago, we actually, myself and Janet and a few of the other employees actually worked for Easterseals through McAllen Medical Center. And I mean, we know the kids, we grew up with the kids. We've actually seen the kids as teenagers now and as adults. Some of them have come to our clinic. And it's just wonderful to see what Easterseals has done and continues to do for the community. So
Absolutely.
That's always a plus.
Yes, thank you so much. You have a beautiful accent as well. And you mentioned McAllen Medical Center. So for those who are watching that work with Natasha, what would you like to say to them?
No, just to all the old employees that we used to work with, hopefully they're calling in and supporting Easterseals today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So let's spin this wheel. Okay. So the wants and needs boards, if you're just tuning in, wants and needs, we have the families submit this. We have a need, and we need to select a name here so that we can pick out, uh-oh, it's stuck. Here, let's do, well, see, it's open for us. So you just put your hand right in there and choose a family member.
Okay.
And so the want is, well, we have a need, so we'll just mention the need.
The need is school clothes.
And it is for Elvis
It is for Elvis M.
So Elvis M, if you're out there watching, you are going to get brand new school clothes for this back to school season. Thank you so much, you guys. And so outside our studios, we have some exciting things going on. Let's tune in there.
Hi. Thank you for joining us over here. We have some wonderful, wonderful group over here. We're going to let them talk a little bit.
I'd like to introduce our Easterseals Children's Care Center staff, Selena Diaz, Curriculum Specialist, and Norma Navarro. She is the Child Care Center Director. And some of the teachers here to support us as well. Selena, tell us about the Easterseals Child Center Care.
So Easterseals Child Care is an inclusive center. So what that means is that we focus on children with disabilities, learning, playing, growing, just having fun in a typically developing classroom. So learning amongst their peers. This in turn helps prepare them for when they're ready to go to school.
Wonderful.
That's just absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much for what you guys do. It takes a special person to do what you guys do. Norma, please tell us, right now we have a lot of parents looking, seeing if they wanted to join your center. How could they go about doing that?
Yes, if you want to learn more about our child care center, we are a 4-star center. We accept children of all abilities, so just give us a call. Our number is 956-631-9171. We're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. We can give you a tour. Our staff will be happy to have you there.
And I have one more question for you, Selena. Who do you want to challenge to come by or call in donations today?
So for today, I would like to invite all our parents from the Child Care Center, so parents, families, friends, to come on by, pick up the phone, give us a call. We'll be here till 2. We have a drive-by outside as well, so we have all our staff waiting to receive the donations. So Easterseals Child Care Center, parents, families, friends, come on by and help us raise that money that we need.
Thank you.
Wonderful. With the Easterseals staff are here and ready to pick up your donations right outside of the Burt Ogden Arena. All your donations, you'll get to enter in a chance for drawings that will be happening throughout the day. So this hour, come by and pick up a stadium cup. I showed them in the last segment. And for us, thanking you for supporting Easterseals.
Please call, make the donation. It just is a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. Again, $25 will help. You can come over here and donate it.
Wonderful, and we're gonna toss it back to you, Irma.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Elise.
you, ladies.
Thank you. So I am here with Ana Canthu, and she really is a miracle. In 1999, you mentioned to me that you were in a horrific car accident and
flat tire gone wrong.
A flat tire gone wrong.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And so can you kind of tell us a little bit about what happened to you that day and as a result how Easterseals came into your life?
Okay, after my car accident, I had no insurance on myself. So I said, I'm going to call somebody, and Easterseals was there to help me. So over the years, you know, they gave me a job too, and now I'm retired. But I thank God for that I'm still here, and I thank all my family as well.
So 1999, you have this horrific car accident. You meet wonderful people who help you along the way, but that had to be really hard on you. Yes. I can imagine the emotional strife that you went through. Can you tell us a little bit about what that was like after losing both your legs?
Well, I had a family to support, so I went right back to work from my wheelchair, giving samples at H-E-B, Walmart, wherever they called me. And then Easterseals gave me a job. So it's a blessing that I was able to help them. And at the same time, all the amputees mentor to me.
Yes.
I'm nervous.
Yes. that is amazing, your story. And the fact that you still come here. She was telling me a minute ago that during COVID, she wasn't able to come in and tell her story, but you come in every year because you want people to know that this organization made a difference in your life, and you're standing because of them.
Amen. Thank you. Yes, praise God that I'm still here to be an example to other people. And as I mentor to them, they mentor to me because my spirits are always high. Praise God.
Absolutely. You are such a blessing. You're an angel, and you do look beautiful. She came on and she's dressed, you know, to perfection, and, you know, you can tell as you walk over to share your story that you're really proud to be here, and that makes us very proud to have you here. If there's something you would say to all those who helped you along the way with Easterseals, the volunteers, the support system, the people that you met because they gave you a job, what would you say to them?
I would say thank you for accepting me and being there for me. And now I'm trying to help other people that they don't know where to turn to Easterseals because they're always there to help.
And you know, a lot of the community block grants that help Easterseals, earlier the city of McAllen was here. The city of Mission is on their way as well to present a check from Precinct 1 that the monies that they raise go back to Easterseals. If there's something that you could say to share about Easterseals and why they should give to this specific organization, what would you say?
I would say this is the organization to give because they're there for you, for the community. They're always there. And people don't know that there's help, and Easterseals is the one to turn to.
And you know firsthand because
yes.
Because not only did you go through this tragic situation, but then they gave you a job. I can't even imagine.
Yes, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And I still mentor to a lot of people. Whenever they call me, I will go. Yes, because it's therapy to me as well.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. It's always a joy. I know that Patty yesterday, as we were rehearsing for this, said, oh, you're going to get to meet Anna, and she's absolutely wonderful. She's with us every year. So please know that you are held in high regard, and we appreciate you for sharing your story. Thank you for joining us. So at this moment, we want to go on over to Americo and Matt.
Thank you, Irma. We appreciate that. You know, right now I just want to talk about how it is so important to give. It's so important that the money goes to these kids and their families, and it makes such an impression and really change and transforms lives. So your donation is so important, and we want to thank you for all the pledges so far. So we are going to do our first drawing. So Natalie?
While you are getting the drum ready, I want to let you know that we have Victoria here from McAllen Memorial High School, and you're going to do a drum roll for us, correct? Okay.
All right, I have Sergio Gonzalez from Brownsville, pledge card 3045. Congratulations, Sergio.
Congratulations.
I can't believe Sergio won. That's crazy. That's amazing.
Yes, it is.
Do you know Sergio?
I do not.
I don't either. I was just kidding. But that's cool.
Yes,
okay, here you go.
Irma, before we go, I want to thank my volunteers, Bill Rupert, Hector Guetta, and my favorite realtor, Robbie Valadez. I also have some big donor clients I'd like to thank.
Absolutely.
Myra
Take it away.
Olivares from Olive Marketing. Thanks so much for your kind donation. Also, Tony and Jerry Talbot from the Talbot Foundation. You guys are amazing at helping me make my goal. Mike and Leticia East, on behalf of Robert Story, a Texas cowboy and beloved uncle. They wrote a book here. I've got to thank Vantage Bank, Ruben Hinojosa from Mattress Galleria, Cynthia Martinez from Star Pharmacy, and Matt Forrester from Express Employment. Okay. Thank you so much for your donation. You mean the world to us.
Thank you so much, Natalie. And as you are so proud, as are we, take a look at the board here, Natalie, because all those donations absolutely matter. Another drum roll, perhaps? Maybe? Here we go.
Wow.
$156,964,000. Thank you, Rio Grande Valley, for coming through once again.
Thank
and there
you.
is still time. Matt?
Thank you, Irma. Easterseals Care Program provides home visits that work with parents on activities in the areas of health, safety, and ways to support early development. Jose Luis's mom was looking for guidance on parenting and ways to support her son's early development. After successfully completing the Safe Care program, she gained confidence in her skills and has continued with services to support her children's development. Meet Lorena and her son, Jose Luis.
My name is Lorena Gonzalez Rodriguez. My oldest, her name is Hilaria Willow Marmaduke, and my youngest is Jose Luis Renteria IV, and then I'm having another boy. I started with Safe Cares with Ms. Denise. I was just learning like when to take my kids to the doctor. It was mostly that was my issue, not knowing when to take my kids because I was a first-time mom.
Hi, my name is Janet, and I'm the Safe Care Coordinator. The Safe Care program is a home visiting model. It helps parents who have children under the age of 5, and it focuses on 3 main areas: safety, to help families make their home as safe as possible for their children, and health, to help them make the best health decisions for their children, and parent-child interaction.
I would take a little bump in the head and I'll be like, okay, gotta take them to the hospital, but they're like, no, you cannot do that. Like, it's not recommended.
Lorena joined Easterseals when she first enrolled into our Safe Care program. In the health modules, parents learn to assess whether a child needs a medical care in an emergency situation, or they need to access a doctor, or something that the parents can care at home. They also receive materials from our Safe Care model, first aid kit and thermometer, to make sure that they have everything that they need.
With Safe Care, they show me like, hey, this is the milestones that your children should be meeting, and they're like, yeah, you're right, you need to let the doctors know. And I told the doctor at first, like I started saying like, hey doctor, my daughter needs, like I've noticed her, she walks into the wall even if the wall is in front of her. I started advocating more and more, telling the doctors, oh well, my daughter needs speech therapy, my daughter needs glasses. They're not listening a little bit, but they're trying to say like, okay, this is the reasons.
She completed the program in about 5 months, and she transitioned over to a Parents as Teachers model because she wanted to continue services with Easterseals.
I am Jennifer Mesa, and I work with Parents as Teachers, where I began to work with them, and I started them with the Parents as Teachers program.
Jennifer has helped me a lot with trying to teach him, and it's just like doing like a little activity where we sort out the colors. Jose Luis really loves it. He does sit through the whole thing, and he's like, okay, and he's getting the grasp of it.
My name's Jessica Garcia, and I'm the Parents as Teachers Coordinator. The Parents as Teachers program is a home visiting model. It provides education and support for families. We look at 3 areas. We look at parent-child interaction, we look at development-centered parenting, and family well-being.
When she first started the Parents as Teachers program, she had just graduated from Safe Care, and she was excited to learn more about her children's development. And so both children have participated in the program, but right now we're focusing on Jose Luis. And as far as mom, one thing that I noticed is like her greatest strength is that she uses the gentle parenting approach.
She's had a lot of achievement. She continued the success that she had with Safe Care. She has been learning about developmental milestones. As her family continues to grow, she has gotten the support from Jennifer.
As far as Jose Luis, I met him when he was probably like a year old, and now he's 3. I've seen a tremendous growth in just his overall development.
It's really great. It helps you understand more like in your children. I guess it's just like it has really great resources, and it's just teaching, like I find more like the teaching of the like connecting with your children. I've done counseling. There's been also parent portals. I participate in the parent cafes, and they pretty much just said how they were handling being a parent. and I really did enjoy the counseling. There's nothing wrong with asking for a little bit of help. At first, I was like, why do I need to know how to parent? I'm like, I'm already a mom, but no, there's still things that we can learn a little bit more. It just confirms that I'm doing things right. It's a really great program. I really do like the experience I've felt with Jennifer and with Denise. It's been great. That's my experience, and I think the parents, they would take great advantage of a program like this, because not everybody teaches you stuff like they do. And sometimes we don't have great backgrounds. Easterseals does show us, hey, we can do better, or we're doing good.
This program really does help parents, one, learn about their child's development, two, learns how to interact with their child in an age-appropriate way, and helps them meet milestones and reach goals. And I think one of the important things that I've told Lorena as well is that a lot of parents, they just need that reassurance that they are doing a great job. Lorena was already doing a great job, but this program just reassures her that she is doing an amazing job with her children, and I think that's what this program does. Easterseals.
It starts here.
The last half hour of the Easterseals Telethon was sponsored by Carrots. The next half hour of the Easterseals Telethon is supported by the Warren Group Architects.
And welcome back, everyone. In case you are just tuning in today, we are so proud, Lone Star National Bank is so proud to be part of the Easterseals Telethon today. And I have Americo and Matt with me. I believe that the microphone that I have
Is off?
has died. It is tired. I don't know. Oh, I'm good now. I'm hearing in my ear that I am good now. So it was just a prank. Just kidding. Everyone calm down. We're fine, Eric. Don't move. So we are back. Americo and Matt are mortgage specialists at Lone Star National Bank and have spent a part of their day having fun with us here at Easterseals and with amazing volunteers who are waiting for your call, 956-803-0881 and 82 and 83 and 84. They're waiting for you to call. Earlier today, all the phones were ringing, everyone was busy, and we need that to happen once again. More than $150,000 has been raised just in the past couple of hours, and we would love for you to continue calling. In fact, you have a couple of names that Carrots asked we mention.
Absolutely. Carrots wants to thank Cynthia and Carlos Gaza from El Tigre Food Stores and Tech's Best Travel Centers for this wonderful donation. Please keep calling. We have to see that amount just go up. Call, please.
Matt, what's it been like for you to be here today with us?
This is my first experience here at the telethon, and it's been amazing. The amount of donations, just the teamwork here to really help out our kids and their families. It's just heartwarming feeling.
You know what I found really cool about Americo and Matt is they didn't grow up in the Rio Grande Valley. They're new to the valley, but as soon as I asked if they would want to be a part of this, they, along with Vanessa Segura and Julian Alvarez, who was here earlier, said, absolutely, we will come on over on Saturday and help. And now that you're starting to see all of this, you understand why I asked you to be here today.
Yes, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
So Miss Laura Warren is here, and you joined us at the start of the telethon as the board chair for Easterseals. Tell us a little bit about the excitement you have by seeing the numbers just continue to go up and up.
Yes, and we're very grateful to all of our sponsors and people that are calling in. I'm on my second year as president and ending this term as president of RGV Easterseals, and it's been an amazing experience. You know, it's amazing what a little money can do and how many lives you can change.
Yes. So. If I could get you to just raise your mic just a little bit
more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so tell us about the other chair folks that are on the chair people that are on the board and some of the things that you do every year to spread the word about the charity.
The board we have is amazing. We have different individuals from all types of backgrounds, people from Carrots, people that work for the city of McAllen, people who are realtors, people who are brokers, who are bankers, and everybody gathers under the same common goal, to help change lives. You want to change the world, do it one life at a time.
Absolutely. You always say the right things and you do the right things in our community. And we're
Thank
so
you.
appreciative not only that you're here, but that you are standing strong in this role. Anything you'd like to say about the next incoming president?
It's my best friend,
Oh, my
Sonia
goodness.
Rego,
Okay.
who is an amazing entrepreneur, who is an angel on earth, beautiful inside and out, very strong, who serves some of the best food in the valley. She owns Santa Fe Steakhouse, University Draft House, and the Republic of the Rio Grande. So I'm a fan.
Wonderful. That's fantastic. Well, welcome to her. And we'll actually be there tonight at University Draft House. So we
Good.
will celebrate together. Speaking of which, we need to walk
We
over
need
to
to
the
go
board
over
and
there
yes,
to the
present
board.
some
see who's
checks.
calling in.
Absolutely.
So I have a check to present. Because you cannot ask
Keep-
for money without giving money, right? So
I'm going to help you out over here.
I'm proud to say that the Warren Group Architects is donating $14,800 today and growing. So thank you again, all of you who have
Can we have
continued
a
to
round
support.
of applause? Thank you very much. This is absolutely wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. And I brought friends. So my friend Anabel Palomo, who founded RGV College, she also practiced what she preaches, and they have here a check to present for us.
Come on over.
So-
Come on over.
On behalf of Anabel Palomo and the leadership of Rio Grande Valley College, they have a check here for $3,000. So again, thank you so much for your continued support.
Yes, thank you for having us this afternoon. My name is Mary Williams, and I've been a part of RGV College for 15 years. This is my
Alex Lozano, and I've been one of the admissions representatives at RGV College for the past 6 years.
We're super happy and excited and honored to be here to present this check on behalf of Rio Grande Valley College and Dr. Annabelle Palomo's staff and faculty. So thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is so wonderful. Irma, can you keep us going?
Absolutely, we can. I am here with some beautiful ladies today and some handsome gentlemen who are here to take your calls. I'd like to start by talking with Thelma Tamez, Piedad Martinez, and Anita Moon. Tell me a little bit about why you want this phone to ring.
We would truly appreciate if you're able to make a call. We're trying to fundraise to continue these amazing programs that service so many children with different abilities. Our goal is to continue making sure that we're creating inclusive environments and that we're providing equitable services for all.
Thank you so much. Couldn't have said it better myself. Easterseals is a wonderful organization to give back to. We've had a lot of people give already. Would you like to, I don't know, issue any challenges to people who may be watching today?
Yes, of course. Go ahead and please give us a call. We are the green team. As you could see, this wasn't planned, but we're excited and ready to go. If you make a donation to anyone, it goes back to Easterseals, so no hard feelings if you don't call us, but we would prefer for you all to give us a call and keep supporting our community.
It's funny that you are in green because for 14 years I spent working for the Border Patrol, so I'm always torn between green and blue, Lone Star Blue or Border Patrol green. Miss Anita Moon, please tell me a little bit about yourself and why you've decided to give of your time.
Well, I feel like giving back to the community that we live in is very helpful. Yeah, thank you. Giving back to the community, in addition to just helping the children of our area grow and become better citizens in the area with the disabilities that they have, we feel that helping them will make them even better.
Absolutely, and we've heard so many great stories. We've seen a couple of stories that we brought to you earlier, and then people here in person who have come over and told their story. I'm sure you've met people who have benefited from this wonderful organization. So we ask that you please pick up the phone, you make a donation, and you give a little bit, not only of your time, which it'll just take a few minutes to call in today and make the donation, but to give of yourself and to open up your heart and realize that these services are, thank you, so vital in our area. They really are, and we're grateful. You can also drive by our studios here at, well, I say studios because I see all the lights and the cameras, but we're in the Bert Ogden Arena, and we will take your donation. If you're too busy, you can just drive by. But making a quick phone call, we would absolutely love it if you did that. Thank you. Wonderful. See, this is already working. And who do we have back here? Let's see. The only person not on the phone. You were picking up the phone on purpose, I think. What is your name?
It's Nicholas
Nicholas. And who are you representing today?
from Santa Fe University Draft House and Republic.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I have to tell you, you have the sweetest folks who work there, Felicia and Catarino. I've been working with them because my other son is heading off to the Marine Corps, and we're having a celebration there later. So I'm excited that we get to celebrate together. But right now, you're hoping that this phone rings.
Yes, well, we exhorting to people to help in here, and we feel very proud to also be part of this.
And you have a donation already, correct?
All right.
From Robert and Gilda Bowen.
Robert and Gilda Bowen just called in and gave a donation. And does it say how much they're? Oh my gosh! Seriously, that is amazing. $5,000. That is so great. That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you, guys. I'm going to come back in just a moment. So we are going over to head to the wheel, correct? And we are going to spin this wheel. Brandon, would you like to come on down and join me here? Brandon gave us the good news about the $5,000, so let's see if you can bring us more good news, this time for a family that has a want and a need, and you also have a check. Tell us about this $7,000 check.
On behalf of our company, Republic of the Rio Grande, Santa Fe State House, University Draft House, it's a team effort. We wanted to give this little check. It's a great cause for wellness, development, and growth. It's just a little thing we can do, and we're really happy to be part of this. So.
I cannot believe this. So you're just like a knight in shining armor. Here you are with a phone call of $5,000, then another little check of $7,000.
It's a great cause. We're honored to be part of it. So anything we can do, we're here whenever you need us.
Gosh, thank you so much for this. This is amazing. We appreciate every single person who assisted, whether that was a community member or your employees. What were some of the things that you guys did to raise the money?
So one we actually got with Easterseals. Sure. We got with Easterseals. We looked up. It's a great organization. Some people are not that familiar with it, so we went ahead and not educate them, just inform them, showed them how good the wellness and development, everything is so fantastic. So after the education, people just wanted to help. It was the easiest thing ever. Yeah. So everybody just gave a hand over fist. They did what they could, so it was a great thing.
Well, that's fantastic. Speaking of wants, we have a need. And in that need, we have to come over here, if you do not mind, picking out a name of a person in this drum, please. And I'll just shake it up one time. Here you go.
All right, here we go.
So the family that we are going to assist today is?
What's that, Presley C?
Presley C, and it's the need.
I need sensory toys for autism and furniture.
So we will absolutely help with that. Thank you so much for everything you guys did. Your smile is amazing, and it's because you're doing so many good things in our community. We appreciate that. So I would just like to say, if you don't mind, there are so many restaurants in our community. So one of my favorite things to do is eat locally, right? And so when you have folks who grow up here in this area, who open up restaurants, who are entrepreneurs and want to stay in this area, they go out, they get their education, they come back, they open up their businesses. We should support those businesses, and then they in turn give back to charitable causes like today. And that makes me so proud. I've been in the Rio Grande Valley for more than 20 years now, and that is one thing that I will say about the Valley. We support one another. And so to have you guys here today is just absolutely amazing. We are so happy. Please pick up the phones, give us a call. We will be here until 2 o'clock today, but even after, if you'd like to give, please do so to the Easterseals. We're going to go outside, I believe.
We're here with America. Thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely.
But we're also here with Deborah Tomai. She is the community partner representative for the RGV Down Syndrome Association. Good. How are you?
Excited to be here. We're excited for Easterseals.
Awesome. I thank you for being here. But I do want you to tell us a little bit more about the RGV Down Syndrome.
Sure. We've existed since 2012. We serve individuals with Down syndrome and their families across the Valley. We provide social activities, advocacy efforts, education, and more for more than 400 families in the Valley.
That's absolutely incredible. And I just want to know, how does your group work with Easterseals? How are y'all in partnership, in association?
Sure. No, Easterseals is great. Easterseals provides early intervention services. So if we don't connect with families when a baby is born and diagnosed at the hospital, then usually Easterseals will interact with little ones with Down syndrome, and they typically will refer them to us so that we can help families connect with each other. We also use Easterseals staff a lot for education and for information, especially as kids get older and transition from early intervention to preschool to the school district.
That's amazing. So it's like building one giant community between the two of you.
For sure.
Perfect.
As you heard, the earlier you could get your child into Easterseals, the better you are. We have an example over here. We have Miranda, beautiful. She's been with Easterseals since she was 6 weeks old. Miranda, say hello. Tell us a little bit about what Miranda and the program that she was in.
Miranda started Easterseals. She started attending their child care development center there. She was 6 weeks old. Aside from Down syndrome, she was born with a cleft palate. So it was very important for me to find a place that can take care of her and meet her needs. Also, their ECI program helped out tremendously with her development. So it was a blessing.
Perfect. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm actually Miranda's big sister, and I'm a huge advocate for children with disabilities, mainly Down syndrome, but I love everyone, you know. And this past April, I actually attended the National Down Syndrome Association in Washington, D.C., where we advocated at the Capitol for children with Down syndrome, especially with inclusion and getting people known about what Down syndrome is.
That's wonderful. So not only you saw it, but you're giving back as well. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. Thank you.
Absolutely. And our Easterseals staff are ready to receive your donations on the curbside. Make sure to stop by, and when you donate, you get to enter in our daily drawings. This hour, come by and pick up an Easterseals cap. Americo has it for us over here. As a thank you from us for supporting Easterseals today. We just want to thank you, and we want you to have a wonderful day. Tossing it to you, Irma.
Thank you so much, Elise. Another great job out there with so many wonderful supportive community members, and we have more. So we have a couple of your friends that have decided to come out, Miss Warren, and give of their time to take calls, but we do need the phones to ring. So let's, in the meantime,
and they have news to share.
Yeah, we can interview them and talk to them about some of the folks who have called in already.
Hi, I have a $500 donation from Interlink, a $1,500 donation from Icon, a $1,000 donation from Titan Fuel, and a $500 donation from High Point Home Health.
That is amazing. Those are wonderful donations. Now, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and why you decided to give of your time?
Well, my name is Lourdes, and actually I'm a friend of Miss Warren, and we've attended several events for Easterseals, and it's really nice to see the positive impact they have on the community and so many people they help. And actually, we've met some of the people that have been helped, and yes, and it's really nice to see.
And Lourdes, did you grow up in the area?
Yes.
You did, and so you know that the Valley stays united.
Absolutely.
And Miss Warren, who is just a wonderful individual in our community, and we're lucky to have her, does a lot of charitable work. It was really nice to bring her and a couple of her friends over to answer phones today. Is there anyone out there watching that you want to call in?
Oh, gosh.
Putting you on the spot with this.
Bob Torres.
Okay, Bob Torres. If you are,
yes.
Bob Torres Properties from Brownsville. So if you are out there watching, or other folks from the Brownsville area, like Sergio Gonzalez, who won earlier from Carrots, a beautiful necklace, we ask that you give us a call today. Lourdes, thank you so much.
Irma. There's a new program in the Brownsville area, which is Parents as Teachers, and I believe that's new starting this year, and they work with parents from prenatal till the time the children are 5.
That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Lourdes. And so while I'm walking to the interview set, Matt has a couple of names that he'd like to showcase. So if we could do that, Rod, I know you're listening. He would just like to showcase some names.
Extremely good news. We want to recognize Charlie and Virginia Meyer. They just donated $10,000. Thank you so much.
Thank
This
you,
is
thank you, thank
amazing.
you.
We can't thank you enough. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And now I am going to toss it to Irma.
All right. Well, we are here with some great people from DHR. Dr. Limas, thank you for being here. Carla, thanks for being here. And Teddy Bear, who is exactly that, a sweet teddy bear. Thanks for joining us. Dr. Limas, tell us a little bit about what DHR did to raise these funds and why we can continually count on your support.
Thank you for, first of all, inviting us and having us here. We are extremely excited just to be part of this amazing project. The hospital has a true commitment to the community and to our patients first and foremost. We take care of them in our facilities with our hospitals, our clinics, our laboratories, but it's always important to still take care of them once they go home, right? What happens at home with these children and also the family. So we are always committed to providing as much as we can to them, not only in our facilities, but also at their homes.
DHR has grown so much, and with that growth, we see amazing staff members, experienced physicians, administrative staff that come in who really give back to our community. I've never seen anything like it, and to me, it's just amazing that so many of your folks are out there every single day. It doesn't matter the time, if it's 5 o'clock in the morning or midnight, DHR is there for you.
Exactly. We are always committed to our people. The population here in the Valley needs a lot, and there are different needs that is not only medical, but also just programs like these. A lot of patients don't know that we have programs like the Easterseals, where we can provide help for all of these kids out there who might need some extra support than just a regular school and home, right? And parents who also might be lost in knowing how to care for them. So DHR is always at the forefront of wanting to always do above and beyond for our patients. And like you mentioned, doesn't matter if it is a doctor in the hospital doing your surgery or the person drawing your blood in the lab, the person that says hello at the entrance. We always try our best to provide all of the needs for our patients. And we are just beyond excited to be partnering with you guys for a bigger and bigger purpose,
Client relations, customer relations, you're number one. I will tell you, my dad's life was saved at DHR. We were at a baseball game and he wasn't feeling well, and he, was able to live longer because of you guys. And so from the moment you walk in to the moment that you walk out there, the goal is that you're happy and healthy. And we are happy and healthy today, and we want to show you how happy we are. So let's see this check. From DHR, we have another $1,000 to add to the donations that have been given today. Yes, thank you for the applause here in the studio, and for you folks at home who are watching. If you work for DHR, thank you so much. And if you'd like to give a little more, we encourage you to call us today. Teddy, thanks for being here and making our day, and for being at all the back-to-school events with Cowboy Cash this week. That was amazing. Thank you so much, and thank you, ladies, for being here as well today. Right now, we would like to go on over to Matt and Americo.
Thank you, Irma. We are very excited to do another drawing. I am here with Lauda, and Americo. And Lauda, can you let everyone know what the prize is?
Well, from the Warren Group, 10 $50 gift certificates for one of our very favorite restaurants, University Draft House. So please call.
Great. And I'll let Americo do the honors.
Go ahead. I'm going to spin it.
Mano Santa, like we say in back home.
All right. You're going to pick the winner for us here. Go ahead.
So it's the first one, right?
First one.
We have Richard and Mayra Garcia. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
From Edinburgh.
Yes,
Thank you.
dear friends.
Awesome.
Okay.
So, amazing donations. We just announced a $10,000 donation.
Yes.
Just amazing. It is just, me being here for the first time, being a part of this. I can't thank you enough to have been part of this, and the donations keep coming in. Lauda.
Thank you. Thank you for what you do.
It's an honor. Thank you.
Irma.
Thank you guys so much. That's amazing news. And I am here with Victoria once again from Memorial High School. She's a percussionist. She's been at this for 7 years. She's excellent. And we, drum roll please, want to announce how far we've come today. If your eyes could go on over to the board and we get the drum roll. We now stand at $2,000. $210,000. That is outstanding, RGV. We appreciate you. Yes, even Victoria is clapping, our percussionist. Matt?
Great, thank you, Irma. The Easterseals Early Childhood Intervention Program works closely with parents during the first 3 critical years of life. Therapists and early intervention specialists provide strategies that the family can integrate into their daily routines. Meet the Adame family who share their story on how ECI has supported their 2 daughters who continue to exceed their goals.
My name is Joanna, and my husband and I have 4 children, John, Rebecca, Catherine, and Lillian. I have had 2 children in the early intervention program, Catherine and Lillian.
Early intervention is an evidence-based home program serving children and families from birth to age 3. It's so important to have babies receive services early because we know that they learn best from birth to age 3. We have fully licensed, highly qualified, skilled therapists that serve our families on a day-to-day basis. Our physical, speech, and occupational therapists enjoy and take pride in serving the families of the community.
My journey with ECI started when I was pregnant with Catherine, and we found out she had abnormalities in her brain. And after she saw the pediatrician, she recommended that we get seen by ECI.
Hi, so my name is Monica, and I am the Family Service Coordinator.
I'm Sonia Finley. I'm the occupational therapist. We also have Myra Malgoza, who's a physical therapist. I started with Katie first, that's the older sister, and then I was brought on to work with Lily. She was having crawling problems. She was not using her left side as much, and she was not eye tracking. And then we also brought a physical therapist, Myra, and because I needed her help, so we could address the upper body, lower body.
After Catherine was 1.5 years, we had another baby. After she was born, I would notice a few things that just seemed concerning with her. And we brought in the speech therapist.
My name is Angela Hernandez, and I am the speech language pathologist on the team. I work with the family on language development, communication, and feeding. So Lily has done great with those feeding, even despite the difficulties with feeding early on. She has, with the help of her mother and her father, and of course with the team, Sonia and I also work closely together to help with the feeding. And then communication-wise, she's starting to use some words to communicate, and to facilitate that communication and language development, we've also incorporated the use of some sign language with the family.
In ECI, the therapists come to our house and they work with Katie and Lillian, but they don't just work with them. They teach me how to work with them and carry over all the exercises. ECI has taught me to use the strategies that I learned when I'm cooking, when I'm getting them ready for bed, bath time. They have shown me how to help my daughters gain their functionality through everyday activities. With speech therapy, my girls had a speech delay, and they are now able to say over 100 words. Catherine says over 100 words, and Lillian is now vocalizing. Monica has been there to help us transition from less frequencies to more as we found out about the diagnosis, and we saw that the need increased for my children, and as well as transition from ECI to the HIPPY program.
We have a very good communication, like the girls mentioned. We, if something's going on with Lillian, we all get together and we, communicate what's going on. Let's get to the bottom of what we need to do for this family. I do believe we have a very good relationship with the family, and they really trust us with anything. Yes. I could really say that.
Some of the goals that we've achieved are feeding, self-feeding. My children had trouble swallowing, and we were able to get them to successfully feed on their own, not choke. Choking was a big problem. Another milestone that we were able to reach is getting them to walk on their own, to move, to use their muscles. They have hypotonia, and that means that their muscles are very weak. So we were able to allow them to strengthen their muscles through physical therapy and occupational.
We have seen so much, so many changes. Don't you agree, Ed?
Yeah, yes, absolutely, I do. And we were given the opportunity to work with Lily so early on.
Yes.
And we've been able to see, like you shared, that difference with within our collaboration of having, a PT on board and an occupational therapist and a great service coordinator to give the family that support.
What I would love to tell people about ECI is that it starts early in their childhood. That's when you can get the most out of the development. They learn easier as they're growing up. It's the best time to teach them all the strategies to be successful in life, no matter their disability. They're able to absorb and make new connections and just learn new ways to be functional. And that's what we want in our children, to be functional, to be successful in life. And it starts at this age. And thanks to the early intervention program, both of my daughters are just very happy and very active in their everyday life. There's nothing that's holding them back.
Easterseals, it starts here.
The last half hour of the Easterseals Telethon was sponsored by the Warren Group Architects. The next hour of the Easterseals Telethon is supported by the Bert Ogden Auto Group.
And welcome back, everyone, to the 45th Annual Easterseals Telethon right here at the wonderful Bert Ogden Arena in Edinburgh, Texas. I can't tell you what an amazing day it has been. It truly has been inspirational to see the Valley pull together once again. We've raised more than $200,000 thus far, and we couldn't have done it without gracious, wonderful people in our community. Speaking of which, we have Natasha Del Barrio, who is here, joining Vanessa Segura, our retail banking senior vice president at Lone Star National Bank. Natasha, it's always good to see you. Vanessa,
too.
Thanks for joining us for this portion of the telethon. It's such a joy to see you each and every time we run into one another. You're doing something great in our community, and you're just gorgeous, by the way. Your employees are here today.
They're amazing. We
They
love these
are.
guys.
Tell us why Easterseals is such a wonderful part about what you do at Bert Ogden.
Well, let me tell you, the best thing about the Bert Ogden Auto Group is that this is a company who truly cares about this community and loves to give back. Easterseals specifically began for us about 40 years ago when Janet was volunteering, and she had an encounter with a child with cerebral palsy, and it really touched her heart, and she never walked away from it. So it's just grown to be one of our greatest charitable endeavors every year, and we're so happy to be a part of it.
We are happy that you are here. We had some folks come by earlier today with the Valley Auto Dealers that also gave a very generous amount to
Very
us today.
proud of them.
And so, Vanessa, I want to take a moment and ask you how you feel about being here, giving of your time today as well.
It is truly amazing to be able to be a part of this today. At Lone Star National Bank, we have a great group of generous bankers out there. And being here today, representing the team, representing the Rio Grande Valley, just makes me extremely proud.
Yes, and you know, it's funny that you say that, because when we're at the bank and we're working and it's a hustle and bustle, you know, I would say 8 to 5, but it's not. You guys tricked me. It's really busy, but you have met so many amazing, wonderful people. Perhaps you'd like to issue a challenge to some of those retail folks out there.
Absolutely. I would ask everybody out there that's watching that's part of the Lone Star National Bank, and I'd extend it to also our customers. Our customers are extremely generous as well. If you're listening in today, it is the last hour of the telethon. We've got a goal to meet, and I know that together we can accomplish that.
Absolutely. And speaking of goals, we have a check presentation right now that you'd like to present to us, correct?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And it's on its way. Come on over, Shelby.
That is an amazing check.
So we are very proud to donate $20,000 to Easterseals today.
A big round of applause in the studio. Don't know that you can hear it at home, but that is just so gracious of Bert Ogden to come through like this today.
Well, and let me tell you, it gets a little bit better. I just got off the phone with Bob and Janet, and we are going to donate an additional $100 for every vehicle we sell through our dealerships today. So if you were thinking about a car, today is the day, and an additional $100 is going to come into Easterseals.
I just bought one last week. I would have waited until this week had I known. Sorry, Patty, but you know, I was there 3 weeks ago, I think.
You can buy another one. Maybe you need a play car, too.
Well, my kids are listening right now. I'm sure they would love to have a play car.
I'll talk to your mom, guys.
Thanks. Don't listen, guys. So, Vanessa, tell us about more of the donations that are coming in today.
Yes, Irma. So really excited to see some new names up on the board. Again, I will remind you that for this hour, for any $50 donation or more, you get to take home your choice of either this beautiful tote bag. It's got a convenient pocket right in the front. Or you can take a tumbler and make it part of your collection. I know I have a ton of these at home, but having this and drinking out of it, you'll remember your donation made a huge impact. So I wanted to give a quick shout out to Dora Roel. Thank you so very much for your donation. Joe Ramon, thank you so very much. Ricardo Treviño, thank you so much, sir. Gracie Villarreal, Joe Ramirez, Isabel Villescas. So again, you want to get your name on the board today. Make sure you pick up the phone and call. Next, we'll hear from Irma.
All right, thank you so much, Vanessa. And I am here with Judge Cortez, who's texting his friends and saying, "Why have you not called me?" Good to see you, Judge.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us today and for being here with us. I noticed you're texting away saying, "Hey, I'm here. Why isn't my phone not ringing?"
Exactly right. That's exactly. Hurry up, guys. Hurry up. We don't want the ladies to beat us here.
We absolutely, well, we will say this is a little bit of a competition, right? Occasionally we will issue some challenges out there to some other judges in the area.
Come on, I need my phone to start ringing.
Absolutely. Judge, why do you give of your time every year to be here with us?
Well, you know, what defines a good community is what people do for one another. And Easterseals has always been a champion of helping those individuals with disabilities. This is a great cause, and it's just great to see so many people here contributing to that. And I'm just glad to be part of it.
You know, Judge, a moment ago as we turned around and Natasha gave the check from Bert Ogden for $20,000, I turned around, right, and I was looking at everybody here, and every single person was on the phone, which is great. And, oh, and yours is ringing now, so good luck with that. Ask for more. Sergio Contreras, good to see you. Tell me a little bit about why you decided to come out today.
Well, you know, Atlas Hall Rodriguez is very committed to the community. We continue to support Easterseals. They do an outstanding job in our community, serving young children and their families, and they're committed to our region as we are.
Not only is Atlas Hall committed to this community, but you are, my friend. You have held positions within this community where you've given of yourself to be a part, and you thrive in our community. You do so much to do what you can, whether it was with AT&T or the RGV partnership and now with Atlas and Hall. So thank you. Thank you for what you do. You are a dear friend, and I'm very happy to see you here today. Any challenges that you want to issue to your friends out there?
Yes, continue to call us, continue to text us. There's something to be said about the Rio Grande Valley, and that we continue to support each other, and looking forward to supporting more Easterseals.
Thank you so much, Sergio. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, do you want a shout out? Absolutely.
Jenny King, I'd like to thank Jenny King for her donation of $500, and Mario Cavazos with Bert Ogden BMW for his contribution or donation of $250.
Thank you so much, my dear. You're doing great. And I would like to walk on over here to our spotlight and interview some folks today. Tell me about the Help Me Grow.
Yes. Hi, Irma. My name is Adam Rios. I am the Help Me Grow coordinator. And so Help Me Grow is a early childhood system that works with different community partners to provide access and provide access to resources to families across the valley.
And you are here today because every year you guys decide to come in and give of yourselves, of your time, but also to give towards Easterseals because you're helping hundreds of families in the Rio Grande Valley. And we've talked about it throughout the telethon the last couple of hours. You've met a couple of the families, but to be here today in person and give of your time, what would you say to those who are watching who may not know or who may not have contributed before? Why should they?
Well, it's really important that you do contribute because you're helping out families here in the Rio Grande Valley, families that are in need. As a community organization, we want to be able to connect individuals to as many resources as possible.
I think it's great. You're all smiling. You're all happy to be here. And no one's camera shy, correct? No. Yeah. Tell me some names here of the folks that we have.
Hi, my name is Dr. Marifer Munoz. I'm an audiologist. I work with UTRGV Hearing Center.
That's wonderful.
Hello there, I'm Belinda Olivo and I'm with Maximus. We are the enrollment broker for the STAR programs and we also educate on Texas Health Tips.
Thank you.
My name's Jeff Wolpers and I'm with BCFS Health and Human Services.
Oh, great. Nice to see y'all.
I'm Estela Trevino. I work for UMO's Migrant Seasonal Head Start program. We serve children from 6 weeks of age to 5 years of age.
6 weeks of age. Oh my gosh, what a blessing.
For family, farm workers.
Thank you for what you do. And Vanessa, right over there to you, hun.
Yes, we are here with amazing Bird Ogden staff who have their own lines open. So if you haven't done so, please pick up the phone and call. I wanted to ask over here, Miss Ashley, do you have a donation to share with us?
Yes, we actually have our GM from the Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen store. He started off at $500 and moved it up to $1,000. So thank you, Michael.
Great job, Mercedes-Benz. Thank you, guys. You know, this is such an amazing program that we're supporting today, and I cannot tell you enough about the good work that Easterseals does for children. My own nephew attended Easterseals and made amazing developments here, and you know, the love and the support here is just absolutely amazing. So let's make these phones ring. And guys, listen, for every donation of $25 or more, your name will be entered into a raffle to win 2 Mana tickets November 4th at the Bird Ogden Suite, including refreshments. So let's make these phones ring. Do we have, oh, what do we got here, Johnny?
We got a $500 donation from Mike Castillo, a Bird Ogden Auto Group employee.
He's a Bird Ogden everywhere. $500. Thank you, Michael. We appreciate you. Now, Sheldon, we have a little surprise from our friend at Ally. Sheldon, you want to join me up here? You have something you'd like to share with us? Yes, I do. Come on, let's walk over here. Ally Financial is an amazing partner, not only to us at the Bird Ogden Auto Group, but consumers across the country. And you guys are very focused on giving back and community involvement, right, Sheldon?
Of course, absolutely.
Well, what do you have for us today?
I have another check for you.
$5,000 from Ally. Thank you so much. Awesome.
Thank you so very much, Ally, and thank you, Bird Ogden. And next, we'll hear from Miss Irma.
Now, that was quite a surprise. You guys are sneaky, and I like that you have things up your sleeve. So if you have more surprises, I am all in. So right now, in the Community Spotlight, we want to highlight, once again, Atlas and Hall. Everybody was on the phone a moment ago. However, Miss Sullivan, do you have time to walk on down? Okay. We will grab her for just a little bit because we want to share a little bit more about the Community Spotlight. You've seen it all day long where we spin the wheel for a need and a want. So we'll do that very quickly while they walk down. But I wanted to talk to Susan Sullivan, a board member of Easterseals also, about why you and your team give to Easterseals each year.
Well, as a board member and the outgoing past president, I see the importance and the impact that Easterseals has on the families that we serve. And because of that impact and because of the important work that they do, Atlas Hall and Rodriguez has supported Easterseals for many, many years. And we're truly humbled and honored to be able to continue that tradition this year and for many years to come.
You know, I got to interview one of your team members a moment ago, but I didn't get to meet this gentleman here. Hi.
Good morning, Brent Bishop.
Brent Bishop, nice to
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for being here with us today. So I spun the wheel for you guys just a moment ago, and we landed on need. Sergio, would you like to pull out a family name? And while Sergio pulls out the name, I will allow you guys. I understand you have a check presentation for us today. Yeah. You guys want to tell us a little bit about the $10,000 you're giving today?
Well, I think that whether you're a parent or a grandparent, aunt or uncle, children speak to all of our hearts. And so this is the least that any of us can do as humans for those around us. We're glad to give. We'd beg other people to give during this limited amount of time that we have, and we're glad for the opportunity to give.
I like that you're really allowing yourself to be in the moment, because many of us, we take these moments for granted, right? Because there are hundreds of people who help. And for a lot of us who have seen the difference that programs like this make, it really touches your heart.
Absolutely. Like I said, I think once you become a parent or a grandparent, you see other children through your children, and you're blessed for what you've been given, and you want to make sure that the people that are least capable of taking care of themselves are taken care of. And so this is a great opportunity, and we ask other people to provide the same support.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. And Sergio, you have a name. The name is right here.
Victor M.
Victor M. And we landed on a need. So what was the need that Victor requested?
Brand spanking new Paw Patrol bicycle.
Well, that was the want, but that was the table.
And the need is a learning table.
But you know what I think you and I should do? Because we accidentally said that he was going to get a bike. I think you and I should buy him a bike.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll shake on it, because Sergio and I have been friends a long time. So the three of us, yes, you and I and Julian will buy you a bike as well, my darling. Thank you so much. Thank you. Guys, we seriously, on behalf of Patty and Easterseals and everyone there, we appreciate you at Atlas and Hall.
Thank you.
And Natasha and Vanessa, back to you.
Yes, we are live here from the Bert Ogden Arena in Edinburgh, the last hour of the telethon. Again, if you haven't done so, the volunteers are ready for you to take your calls, make your donation. This hour only, your donation will get you into a raffle for potentially winning 2 tickets to the Mana concert at the VIP suite. We wanted to share some names, Natasha?
Yes, absolutely. So all of these individuals are entered into not only the Mana contest, but also this contest to win this bag and this beautiful tumbler. So thank you to Abby Gonzalez and Ray Hinojosa. Thank you to Javier Chapa, Matt Forrester, William Rupert, Guadalupe Rivero. Oh gosh, there's so many of them. Irma, there are too many people to name over here. What do you have going on over there?
Well, I will tell you that we are here with an exciting new program that's going on over in Starr County. And Patty, you and I talked a little bit about this yesterday. Mr. Montiel, it is a pleasure to meet you representing South Texas College out in Starr County. Tell us about the Family Resource Center.
Well, we're very fortunate to have Easterseals out there with the Family Resource Center. It's in my office frequently gets requests for services, and over the years I've noticed it's always the same. It's always about disabilities. It's always about family needs. So a lot of these things are repetitive. So now that we've got Easterseals there, I'll say I can just turn around and say, here's the professionals. Yeah. You guys can handle it. So I feel very comfortable, and of course the campus has them with us to serve the community too.
And no pressure, Patty, but this is exciting.
It is so exciting. So we've had our Family Resource Center here in Hidalgo County for just over a year, and we're just seeing so much success and so many opportunities to have families come to a place-based site and get access to counseling and resource navigation, and we have parenting workshops. So when we had the opportunity to go to Starr County, we thought we would do something a little different and be right on the campus at STC. So thank you to Dr. Montiel for inviting us.
Absolutely. It's such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for not only the career choice that you've made, but to help people in our community. Yesterday, I noticed that we had Calixto Villarreal, an attorney out in Starr County, who gave to us. So everybody in Starr County, if you're watching, now is your time to make a difference as well with people who know where these funds go and how important they are to families in our community. So Starr County folks, it's time to call in. Right now, in the lobby area, we have Elise Danda.
Hi, thank you, Irma. I appreciate you tossing it to us. We're here with the new Family Resource Center. I know you all just learned about it, and I wanted to discuss with our coordinators for our Hidalgo County site and also our Starr County site. Let's start with Lupita. How can we tell us about your site? I know you're with the Hidalgo one. Give us some information about that and how we can get involved.
So we serve parents, caregivers, and expecting mothers that live in Hidalgo County with children from prenatal to age 5.
Wonderful. And Brenda, the same question with you. Let us know how you can get involved in the Starr County. I know you have some programs there as well you'd like to highlight.
Yes, we have very similar services as well as Lupita has here in Hidalgo County. We service residents of Starr County area as well, and we're located at STC Starr County campus in the northern entrance, right at J Building, room 110 You can reach us out by calling Easterseals phone numbers, and they will transfer your call to us, and we'll get you rolling. We service families with children ages 0 to 5 as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And remember, stop by our curbside to drop off your donations. And also this hour, we want to thank you with our paletas, so come by and donate.
That sounds
and back
amazing.
to you, Irma.
Thank you so much, Elise. I will take a paleta any day. Thank you so much. So we are now joined by Jesse Rivera, the president of the Lions Club in Donna, and John Hadman. Gentlemen, thank you for being here today and driving over from the big city of Donna. Big Redskins fans. You're even wearing maroon today.
Yes, that's why. Maureen.
Absolutely, I see that. Tell us what the, oh really, both of you. Yes. Tell us what the Lions Club did to raise funds for Easterseals.
Well, normally we have several fundraisers throughout the year, and we get a little bit from every fundraiser and put it aside. And we do create a budget at the beginning of the year, and we always budget for Easterseals. So we work toward that, and with all the help from our supporters, in not just in Donna, but around the valley. We do provide services around the valley, not just Donna. So we do get a lot of help. And thanks to them, this is possible.
Well, let's see. Let's see this check presentation today from the Donna Lions Club. We have $500, and we are extremely appreciative of your support, and we thank y'all for driving over and presenting in person.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Absolutely. Thank you. Natasha.
Thank you, Irma. These phones have been ringing, and I don't know how we're going to get enough time to say thank you to everyone, but I tell you what, there is so much generosity. The Rio Grande Valley is the most loving, most generous place I've ever been. Patrick, you never cease to amaze us. $1,000 from Patrick Freilich. Thank you very much. We've got one here from Amy Cantu. Amy, thank you for your generosity. $500. Juan Rodriguez and Kyler Oaks, thank you for representing, each with a $500 donation. Now, guys, don't forget, every donation you make gets you into a drawing at $25 and over for 2 tickets to the Maná concert in our suite on November 4th. I'm sorry, June 4th already passed. And a $50 and more donation gets you into our drawing for the tote bag and tumbler. So let's make these phones ring. What else you got here, Augie?
I'm waiting for the phone. So, ladies and gentlemen, come on, get your parents, grandparents. Let's get them going. We need you. We need you, and we love our Rio Grande Valley.
And let's take a look at the tote board, because we have a new total that we would like to showcase today. Here we go. $260,000. Huge applause from everyone in the studio, and I hope you watching at home are picking up the phone, giving us a call if you haven't done so already. And the why, you ask? Vanessa's about to share.
In 2019, the Bernard family, shared their story that they needed help after their son Mateo was born, and the Easterseals was there. The early intervention team at the Easterseals became a critical part of Mateo's story, helping him achieve a positive outcome. Mateo is grown up now, but let's take a look back at his story.
We got pregnant 2.5 years ago,
and it was for all intents and purposes a perfect pregnancy, 40 weeks, and on the day that the doctor scheduled us, we went into the hospital, and then came the surprise, and that's where we started our journey with our son Mateo Bernal.
I had a picture-perfect pregnancy, as our doctor had mentioned. All of my appointments were just perfect. He said everything was going well. There was no reason for concern. When we went to the hospital, I had Mateo in the middle of the night, so we had an on-call doctor. And when he was born, he noticed, first of all, that he had a cleft lip that we weren't aware. We didn't know the extent if it was going to go into his palate as well. Next thing we noticed right away when they were putting the cream on his eyes is that his right eye didn't open. We did find out that his right eye didn't fully develop while in utero. About 4 months after that is when his pediatrician noticed that he had several heart murmurs. So on top of the cleft and his eye, he's now a baby with congenital heart defects.
We were in what we considered was a perfect setting, and I think it was a perfect setting to receive some complicated news. Because of our strong bond, we were able to take it on and say, okay, well, this is another thing we're going to deal with. And then another, symptom came around, or another diagnosis came around, and we said, okay, this is something we're going to deal with. And I think one of the biggest things that we really adhere to is recognizing that it definitely does take a village. And this is where I believe, we believe that Easterseals has been extremely fantastic in helping us. As soon as we were able to go ahead and find their services, we committed ourselves to make sure that we were going to do our best part to ensure that all of the things that Easterseals was going to offer us was going to be something that we were going to take on, and we were going to go ahead and full-heartedly participate in. And we were going to make sure that our son was going to not only get the best care from Easterseals, but also from us as well, supporting their efforts.
The first time we were receiving services through Easterseals was after Mateo's open heart surgery. And he was about 5 months old, and so he stayed in the hospital for quite a bit, and in recovery, 8 weeks of recovery on his back. So he was behind early on, and so when Easterseals started coming after he was cleared from the heart surgery, he started getting the regular occupational therapy, gaining a lot of head support, trying to meet his goals of where he had been delayed after the heart surgery.
We don't tend to recognize how significant making a sound is until someone begins to work with your child over and over. And quite frankly, if it wasn't for Easterseals and ECI, we wouldn't know our son's true potential. They definitely have guided him through a lot of significant hurdles, and he's been able to break some significant barriers that his doctors are astounded at what he's done. And we always give a lot of recognition to Easterseals and ECI for what they do for us.
My main hopes is that he grows up knowing that he's no different than somebody that might have not been born with the same conditions that he has. My main concern when I was a new mother was just how the world was going to treat him. But I have seen just the love and the support that his therapists have given him, and it's just, they're amazing.
The therapists will come in, and I can say honestly that they are the most encouraging individuals, and I can definitely feel that their heart is exactly in this scenario and in the moment when it comes to dealing with Mateo. There are thousands, if not millions, of families like us who walk into a delivery room and expect what they consider a perfect moment of delivery. And like us, they're going to have scenarios and symptoms, diagnoses that are going to come their way and attempt to shatter their joy. It is important for all of those families that are looking at us and watching this telethon to make sure that they recognize that they're not alone. There are many of us that came before them. And they're not alone in that there are many of them that will come after them. And I think more importantly, and recognizing that Easterseals is here by their side as many times as they need them, and that they're always going to have their child's best interest in mind and the family's best interest in mind. And so they come in and they work with our child, and they give us the strength by investing their time in the moment and helping us be able to recognize that despair begins to subside more and more with every significant milestone or every significant day that passes by. This little boy is amazing in that. The phenomenal thing about his strength and the ability for him to be able to forego all of his obstacles and to just break barriers, and to have done it with the help of Easterseals and ECI, it's just amazing. And I think that, quite frankly, that the purpose for this little boy and my hope for him is that he's able to be a beacon to show how embracing something like Easterseals and ECI as an organization on a daily basis whenever they come into our homes and putting our best foot forward really demonstrates that a child who is expected to be developmentally challenged or delayed, or a child who is expected to be in a certain category can break those barriers, because sometimes it's going to be unexpected heroes like ECI and Easterseals that are going to be the ones to come in and save the day. And my hope is that this child is going to be that example, that embracing everything that comes our way and not stigmatizing the child for who he is, but rather embracing who he is and celebrating his successes and his overcoming everything that he does is by far what I hope that everybody can see.
The last half hour of the Easterseals Telethon was sponsored by the Bert Ogden Auto Group. The next half hour of the Easterseals Telethon is supported by the Bert Ogden Auto Group.
Welcome back, Rio Grande Valley. This is the most amazing cause, and we got the most amazing phone call right now from Melissa Rodriguez. 30 years ago, Melissa's son Rolando began with Easterseals when he was only 6 months old. And talk about changing lives. Today, 30 years later, her son Rolando Rodriguez is thriving, and she's just got a full heart for the amazing work that Easterseals does. So, guys, there is no donation too small, too big. Remember, you guys have got Mana tickets, totes, tumblers, so many great things today. I also want to thank Billy Kelly for donating $500. Great job, buddy. What do we have back here?
Tell me some of the donations y'all are getting back here.
Well, I would like to thank our internet director, Mike Castillo, who donated $500. Juan Rodriguez, who's our general manager at Bert Ogden Nissan in McAllen, called in with a pledge of $500. We have another Bert Ogden employee by the name of Will Lipsy, who donated $250.
Wow, the
guys,
money's
thank you
just
for
flowing.
showing up. You guys do a great job.
And over here, I'd like to ask Ms. Janet. Ms. Janet, you have a donation for us. Please share.
Yes, it's Kyler Oaks. He donated $500.
And Janet, who would you like to challenge today for the last half hour?
Marsha Green.
Marsha Green. Marshall? Marsha Green, the challenge is on.
Marsha,
Anybody
you've
else?
been called out. Time for you to call in.
Alden. How about over here?
Well, I would like to call out Jeff Molden. He is another of Bert Ogden's general manager. Not unless he's called in with somebody else, but... Oh, nice.
Right
Well,
here.
thank you, Jeff.
Fantastic.
I'll take that
look,
back,
he
Jeff
just
Molden.
called in. Jeffrey, thank you so much. $500.
What about
And
Adrian
guys,
Baroni?
We only have about half an hour left, and these phones are a little too quiet. So I say, why don't we do our money match right now? Why don't we do our annual Bert Ogden money match right now? So every donation you guys call in between now and the end of the telethon, Bert Ogden will match it. Can we get these phones ringing?
All right, so thank you all so very much. Let's hear those phones ringing, and we'll toss it back to Ms. Irma.
Thank you so much, ladies. I like the sound of that, Natasha. A money match. Absolutely. What a great idea. So please call in. A moment ago, you guys at home watched a story about a dear family, the Bernal family, and they are here in our studios with us today. We have Myra and Manuel and their beautiful children, Teresita, and we have Mateo. Mateo, before we start asking mom and dad questions, do you have a poem you want to share?
Yes.
Tell me about your poem. Read it to us.
I am just a boy. My name is Mateo, and this is me. If you look closely, you will see. My right paper is not where it's supposed to be. Dad said God needed it for another little boy, and that's okay, because in the end, I'm still me. When I was born, the doctors told me my ticker had holes like an old tin can, but they patched me right up. Now I run and jump like a little flea. My upper lip has a little stitch. Still, just me. At photo time I can smile big and say cheese. Still, there is more to me, like two strong arms to hug big, two twitchy legs that wiggle and dance, and a noggin that's big, filled with doodles and things. I'm me, as complete as I need to be. My name is Mateo. I am just a boy, and this is me, as you can see.
Mateo, you are perfect to me. So I just love your poem. I have two boys, and they are big and strong, just like you're going to be when you grow up. You are adorable. Do you know that?
Yes, but...
And your sister's adorable, too. What's her name?
Teresita Bernal.
Teresita Bernal. And do you guys drive each other crazy, or do you get along wonderfully?
Well, yesterday my sister had a birthday, and we got along just fine, and then we started playing with the dollhouse. That's how we get along.
So you get along just fine as long as you're playing?
Yeah.
So we need to buy you more toys then?
Of course.
Well, that sounds like quite a deal. I think we can manage that today, my darling, okay? I'm going to talk to Mom and Dad, but I have a feeling that you and I could just talk all day. If you ever want to go to the movies and hang out or anything, I'm cool with that, okay? Okay, so Mom, tell us a little bit about the changes that have happened since 2019 and the assistance that you guys got from Easterseals.
Well, since 2019, Mateo has started school already, so he is currently about to enter second grade, and he's doing just wonderful in the class. He is very outgoing. He makes friends with everybody. The teachers just love him, and he gets along really well with his classmates.
He's really intelligent. I love that he wrote a poem to share today. Does it ever amaze you of the blessing that you have in front of you after everything that you've been through?
Definitely. We were, had some concerns at the beginning, and we were just amazed if we could look back and kind of talk to our past selves. It's going to be okay. You're going to have a wonderful support group, and support systems are out there. It was wonderful. It's really awesome just to see him blossoming.
It is wonderful to see him blossoming, and it fills our heart with joy to know that you guys wanted to come in, share your story, and talk about how these services, without them, you wouldn't have been able to get through that struggle. And Dad, anything you'd like to say about how strong Mom has been through all of this?
Oh, absolutely. I think without her strength, we would not be able to have Mateo be where he is. I also want to thank ECI. Easterseals has been as much of a bedrock as Mom's strength, and both of them combined have been able to put him on the path where he is today. And so we're unbelievably happy to have had the opportunity to be witness to what ECI can do for any family that'll let them in their door. And I encourage anyone that is questioning whether or not they should reach out and call. They absolutely should. These telethons are not just to raise funds, they're to raise funds to utilize the services in the Rio Grande Valley. And so we thank Easterseals, we thank ECI, and we hope everybody can see what they can do if you just allow ECI and Easterseals into the door.
You know, I promised that I wouldn't get emotional today, but you guys are making me emotional today because you're emotional, so it's your fault. I'm an emotional person as it is, and I look over at someone very special in the audience right now, and I know that she's thinking to herself, I can't wait to have a baby, I can't wait to have children. And for those of you who are out there watching who do have children, or those of you who want children, know that if anything were to go wrong, that you have Easterseals in your corner. And so thank you for everything. Thank you for choosing Easterseals, and thank you for allowing Easterseals to get you, you little miracle, where you are today. Anything you'd like to say to everybody out there as you walk away?
Well, first I want to say thank you for raising the funds for Easterseals. That really breaks my heart, and I appreciate that. But what I really want to say is to Easterseals is thank you for giving me a beautiful life and you are welcome for a beautiful career.
Well, thank you so much. You're adorable. Thank you. Back to you ladies at the phone bank. I don't think they can top that, but maybe the phones could ring a little more.
Thank you, Irma. So many of us are blessed to never need the services, but pick up the phone and call and give hope to a family and a child in need. So just wanted to share that. Anything else, Natasha?
We've got some amazing donations. And you know what, Vanessa, we talked about all of the love and generosity that we see here in the Rio Grande Valley community. But you know what? We also have amazing leadership. Do you recognize this name right here?
I do.
Vanessa, this is our one and only McAllen Mayor, Javier Villalobos. And so, guys, remember, Easterseals doesn't just serve McAllen. So if you're a mayor of one of our other fine Rio Grande Valley cities, call in. You set the example. We are so proud of you. Call in and make a donation today.
Thank you so very much. Next, we'll hear from Ms. Irma.
Thank you so much. I'm right here with the Community Spotlight, and we are going to interview Miss Sally Guetta, who is here with the Mission Moment Hero. So I'm going to chase her because she has important news.
Hi, hello, I didn't know.
Good to see you. No, you're fine. You're fine. I will follow you any day, my dear. Tell us a little bit about how these funds were raised and who you're here representing.
Yes, I'm here representing Social Life Magazine of the RGV, and I've been, I guess, working or talking to Patty, backing this organization, wonderful organization, up for the last I would say more than 25 years, because they assisted my daughter when she was like 3 years old. My daughter is deaf, hearing impaired, and so Patty knows and everybody knows that Easterseals is very near and dear to my heart. So,
well, that is really sweet, and it's nice of you to share these stories. There's lots of people out there who are watching who have shared today, and so this $3,000, correct, is going to such a worthy cause. We also get to spin the wheel today, so if you don't mind, I will spin that while you pick a name. And we can come right over here, Miss Sally, and I will let you pick the name just right out of here. Here we go.
The name is, what is it? Alexander Y.
And we landed on a want. So
the want is a big TV.
So Patty, Alexander is getting a big TV for his room and or living room. Sally, thanks so much for joining us today.
It's my pleasure.
You're always a joy to interview, and thanks for everything you do in our community, and good luck with the magazine.
Thank you to Patty and all of you doing this, all the volunteers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Vanessa.
Yes, thank you, Irma, and thank you, Social Life. I'd like to ask Ms. Shelby here, board of Easterseals, tell us how you've got a donation for us?
I do have a donation here of $100, and I would like to say it's really great to be a part of Easterseals and the Bert Ogden family. My own personal family has had services with Easterseals, so it's definitely heartfelt and amazing to be here.
Thank you for being here with us today, Shelby.
Now, Vanessa, we only have moments left. Let's get these chimes going. Guys, there is so much up for grabs here. Don't forget, $25 and more gets you entered into our raffle for 2 tickets to the Mana concert November 4th. $50 and more gets you an opportunity to win this amazing tote bag and tumbler. And every dollar you give helps children with disabilities have a greater life, more independence, freedom, and the dignity that they deserve.
Couldn't agree Agree more. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. We are going to continue here at the VIP phone bank. Yes, Rod. Okay, great. Thanks. And I have Dr. Rodriguez here who is going to say a few words about why she decided to be here with us today.
Oh, that's great. So I am here answering phones for Easterseals today and hoping to receive donations for them because they do such great work for children in the entire Rio Grande Valley. Their work is extremely important for children that have disabilities. The early intervention for children is so important, and they really provide amazing services in that regard.
Tell me again about who you're representing today.
So I am with UTRGV, University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. I'm an ENT doctor, and I do see children that have hearing loss. And if I would say one thing about hearing loss to parents and to families is early detection is extremely important. The earlier that these problems are detected, the earlier that intervention services can take place.
So how long have you been there at the university?
I've been with UTRGV for 2 years.
So for 2 years, and in that time, do you find that obviously we're growing here in the Rio Grande Valley, the services are growing, lots of people want to live and work here, the cost of living, it's just an amazing place to be. Are we caught up with where we need to be medical-wise?
No, not at all. There are so many areas of need. As we're growing, that need only gets greater, particularly in the area of early hearing loss detection, services for children. There's a great need.
Well, I'm happy that you're here, that you're giving of yourself to be here and sharing a little bit about what UTRGV is doing, and the fact that you're helping kids in need is amazing. Now, earlier your phone was ringing and you were also on a call. I'm going to walk right over here because I heard a bell ringing, but before I do, could you please introduce yourself, ma'am?
Yes, hi, I'm Dr. Linda Nelson. I'm with UTRGV School of Medicine as well.
Well, thank you so much. Any pledges you'd like to mention?
Oh, yes. I would like to, Mr. Ernie Aliseda gave us $100.
Thank you, Mr. Aliseda.
And I just spoke to Joe Delisa, who gave us $25.
Well, thank you so much. It is exciting to be here. More bells are ringing right over here. You were ringing a bell as well, Johnny. Are you ringing the bell on purpose, Johnny, or do you have donations coming in?
Deanda just called in for a $1,000 pledge.
David and Vivian Deanda, Lone Star National Bank, thank you so much for everything you do in our community and for calling in once again. Earlier today, we mentioned that Lone Star National Bank had given more than $56,000 for today, and here our president calls in with another $1,000. Is he not the most generous person I've ever met in my life? Other than my fiance, I don't know that person. So, thank you guys for being here, for doing such a great job, and for having fun and smiling while you're giving of yourself and volunteering. So please call us because there's lots of excitement going on. Another check.
For $100 from Pamela Newkirk.
I know Pamela Newkirk. That is amazing. Pam, you've got a round of applause in here. So, you know, Pamela Newkirk is one of my friends. She has two wonderful children in the Rio Grande Valley. They're both heading off to college. Our kids went to school together, and I've got lots of friends out there who were texting me a moment ago. Brian Martinez, have you done your part? Omar Cavazos, Alicia, who else? Maddie Garcia. I need you guys to call in because now is the time to make a difference. We all have kids. All our kids know one another, and we're super blessed. But know that if we need the services of Easterseals, they're going to be here for us, so we need to give back to them. Natasha, Vanessa?
Yes, thank you, Irma. Throughout this segment, you guys have met many different staff members from Easterseals, and today I wanted to introduce them to you because they do something very different. They're not only asking for our donations today to keep the programs alive and continue to support the families and children, but the team themselves, the staff members at Easterseals, collaborated and raised funds. And so I'd love for us to get to meet them right now.
Absolutely. And you know, that's how you know it's so much more than just a job, right? This is truly a labor of love that these amazing individuals are deeply invested in.
So I wanted to ask, where are you? There
Come on
you
in
go.
here, Anthony.
I wanted to ask Anthony to share with us and all of you about the activities and the things that you guys are doing to help raise the funds.
Yeah, well, everybody here through Easterseals, we do a variety of raffles and fundraisers throughout the year. And like I said, we have a great team here. We did a lemonade stand with the Child Development Center. We do, snack bars and an ice cream bar. And we have, from all our different programs throughout the valley, they'll come over and they'll donate. And even if they don't eat it, they'll just come and give money just to donate for the families.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me proud. And then especially, being able to help coordinate it and with the other teams, it really makes me proud and shows, how big hearts and what big hearts they have and how much we do for the families that we serve.
Well, thank you so much for your leadership. Thank you to all the amazing Easterseals
Thank
staff.
you,
I
guys.
believe you guys have a check to present to us.
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Very nice. $13,587. Great job, guys.
Well, thank you so very much. Thank you, Rio Grande Valley. Thank you, staff. And next, we're going to hear from Irma.
And welcome back over to our community spotlight, everyone. And I just learned that this young man used to work for Lone Star Bank as well. And what is your name?
My name is Michael Gabrielson.
Michael Gabrielson. It's great to see you. He was telling me that he and Vanessa, my colleague, worked together back in the day. And now you are here representing National Association of Benefits and Insurance Professionals of South Texas.
That's correct, yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit about why you support Easterseals and a check that you'd like to give today.
So ourselves, we're a nonprofit as well as Easterseals are, and we can only do so much in the community. So we recognize other communities that do above and beyond. And so we partner with Easterseals because if you can't do, you got to give. And so we're giving from our association and our pockets to make sure that that work continues to thrive throughout South Texas.
I can absolutely see why you were in insurance. Like, just the communication skills from this fella just flow, correct, right? Yeah. You guys, I want to know why, as a team, you wanted to be here today to present.
Well, first, I'm past president, so as a team, it's because it's an effort. So we live here, and it's our duty to give back.
Ron, any sentiments?
No, we glad to support Easterseals, and we think it's a good organization. We've been behind it, and we continue. It's good for the children.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about the check?
Oh, well, what we did was we held a Christmas event for our association members and just asked them all to please give back from their hearts and what they could afford. And so we were able to bring our monies together and be here today to try to help some families because we believe that we're blessed to be a blessing.
Absolutely, we are blessed today. And let's see, $1,000. Thank you so much for this check presentation and for everything that you guys do. We hope to see you back every year.
We sure will. Thank you so much.
Any last words of wisdom for those who are watching out there?
The phones are not ringing. You need to call and you need to give. If you can't do, you give. So let's continue to give.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Vanessa.
Yes, thank you so very much. Again, we are nearing the end of the telethon, and we are so excited to be giving away the 2 Mana tickets. So if you haven't already done so, dial in, get your name into this drummer so that we could potentially draw your name out to win those tickets. Natasha,
I'm trying to get these last few people in. Here we come. I can't let anybody be left out, so I had to go chase these last few names down because this is for the tote and the tumbler, right? Right, this is what this one is for. So you guys don't want to miss out. I'm the queen of tumblers personally, so I hope my name is in here.
It's for the Mana
Oh,
tickets.
it's not. This is for the Mana
This is
tickets.
Mana
Okay,
tickets. This
so,
is a big one.
Okay, so I got to go make another donation for the tumbler over there. So let's roll this guy up and see who is going to be joining us in the Bird Ogden Suite November 4th for the Mana concert.
Natasha, you should do the honors.
Let's see. Oh, y'all.
Do you know him?
This guy
Put it
works
back.
for us. I think I need to put it back.
Oh,
okay,
no.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I
my
won't tell you who you were, but is that wrong?
know.
Listen, the person who works for us, whose name I just drew, I'll make sure you get to go to the Manon concert too.
That's
but
awesome. Yeah.
Esperanza Torres from Edinburgh. Congratulations. You're going to be seeing Mana with us, Esperanza Torres. Thank you so much for your donation. Now, guys, we have a little bit of time left. Remember, we've got a lot going on right now. An extra $100 being donated for cars sold at Bert Ogden today. These last few minutes are a money match. You call in and we will match your donation. And anything $50 and more gets you into that tote and tumbler that I am coveting over here. So let's get these chimes going. Let's get these phones ringing. Literally, guys, every single minute counts. And there is so much generosity happening over here.
Yes, we are bringing in the check as we speak. And while we do that, 956-803-0881. The phones need to ring 0882 956-803-0883. If you could call, that would be fantastic. And Natasha, if you would do us the honors of allowing us to know what the final amount is that Bert Ogden's going to donate today.
Well, I want to say we're so proud of this team at Easterseals, the important work that they do, and it is truly our honor and our privilege to be able to participate and to donate. And so the final Bert Ogden check for today is going to be $55,000.
Amazing, amazing. A big round of applause from everybody behind us and everyone here in the studio. And you know, it's wonderful to know and to note that you have employees who are calling in from Bert Ogden who are giving back because they know everything that the organization does to give back. And then you have people within your own home, you know, that call in every year. That's amazing. So Mike Castillo, can I say his name?
Yes, Mike Castillo. I'm sorry, Mike. I drew your name, and it just looks completely inappropriate if I let you win the tickets. But thank you
I wanted him to
for
know
your
he's
donation.
going to see Mana. I'm sorry. I let the cat out of the bag.
But I've got your back, Mike.
Yeah,
we will get you to the
your
concert.
Back, Mike.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of having your back, I want to absolutely thank everybody from Lone Star National Bank for being here today. Vanessa, you did a fantastic job. Matt, Americo, Victoria, thank you so much. This $55,000 is going to add to our final tally for today. Where's our drummer? Come on over. We've got percussionists.
This is
not
my
one,
favorite part.
but more today. Are you a percussionist as well? You could come stand here with us if you'd like. Yeah, guys, what's your names?
My name's John.
John?
And Josiah Padilla.
And Josiah. There you are, Josiah. Why don't you come on over here and join us? What's your buddy's name?
Eric.
Eric. Eric, don't be shy. It's not time to be shy. We've just got a few seconds left of the show today. I wish you guys at home could see everything that I see. It's a sea of orange behind the cameras. And guys, I mean, it's just amazing. Everyone wants to see the final tally. So you guys tell me when to start the drum roll. Could we start like a light drum roll? Yeah? Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, just a little baby one, a baby one. Natasha, thank you for always being here. So you are a wonderful host.
Pleasure.
Elise, come on over and join us as we are going to bring you the total that was raised this year, 2023, the 45th Annual Easterseals Telethon. And here we go. Wow. Wonderful. 381,890. It is a sea of orange and blue here today. I went to Sam Houston State, so I feel right at home. Easterseals, thank you for everything you do in the Rio Grande Valley for the families. The families is why we do what we do, and we appreciate you. I have chills at the moment because I can't tell you how special it was. Bernal family, come on out here because you are the true benefits of what we do and why we do what we do. Absolutely, a round of applause for the Bernal family. Mateo, thank you so much for joining us out here. How do you feel today?
Well, I feel great, but the real thing I want to say is thank you everybody for donating to the Easterseals today.
Thank you. Will you walk with me over here? Will you walk with me right over here? On behalf of Easterseals, myself and Mateo, who is the most handsome little guy I've ever met, thank you for supporting the Easterseals 45th Telethon. and we cannot thank you enough. Those of you who called, those of you who gave pledges earlier in the week, we appreciate your generous support, and we want you to know that all the programs and services right here help families right here in the Valley, and that's the why. And we thank you, and we love you, RGV. We appreciate you. On behalf of Lone Star National Bank as well, we appreciate every single person who decided to come on out today and join us for this exciting day. Everybody on the phone bank, stand up, give the Valley a round of applause, and yourselves as well. And members of Easterseals teams, come on in and join us. Come on in, because this is about you and what you do for everybody in the Rio Grande Valley. God bless, we love you, and thank you to the therapists, support staff, and everyone else who supports this wonderful cause each and every year. And we'll be back next year, so don't forget about us, because as the year goes by, you can count on the services, the medical services that do so much to help kids just like Mateo, right, sweetheart?
Yes.
So call us, right? Because we'll be here. If you need us, you can count on Easterseals.